opportunity that we can't pass on.
Day 2 of the Basketball Secondary School Nationals here in Palmerston North. We are in the beautiful Central Energy Trust Arena. It has been a jam-packed day full of basketball and plenty to come. Maya Williamson alongside Greg Elliott in today's matchup. Rangiora High School take on Manurewa High School. Greg, hello, hi, how are you? How's the day been?
Kia ora, whānau of the basketball world in Aotearoa. It's lovely to be here. Rewa versus Rangiora. And Maya, I'm blessed to be doing back-to-back games with you.
Yeah, it's been a good day with us so far. Had the Rangiora boys actually in a good win earlier this morning, and plenty of good basketball still to come, Greg. And we'll take a look at the Manurewa team list. Go ahead, Greg.
Yeah, let me take it away. So we got first up Taisha Tanera, Princess Alim, Alyssa Uluhua, Shirley Tulimu, Emily Tanera, Bella Manu Moore, Astrid Hendricks, Zendi Lee, Monique Campbell, Madeline Masiki Lafaele, Ainsley Kakapu, and Waimihi Hetaraka Brown, coached by Alindo Tanera and assistant coach Michael Telford.
And on the flip side for Rangiora, we have Hadley James, Abigail Bradley, Harvey McDonald, Ali Parrish, Grace Tull, Ali Jagger, Kyra Leatham, Emma Sincock, Hannah Lula, and Amy Willett, all coached by Nikki Jagger and assisted by my very good friend, Holly Parrish. So you know where my heart lies a little bit today. Yeah, so Manurewa, sorry, my goodness me, I've been stumbling over my words all day today actually. They are currently 2-0 with 2 good wins over Nayland College and New Plymouth Girls High School yesterday, and Rangiora sitting at 1-1. Obviously the loss to Tauranga Girls, who are the favourites in their pool, and then a good win last night over Mount Albert Grammar at 73-70. So today's matchup is shaping up to be a tight one, and one in which I think these teams are probably competing for some of the top spots in their pool. So a lot riding on this game, Greg.
Yeah, no, shout out to my boy TK, who is quite heavily involved in the Manurewa High School setup. So set to shout out, and we're expecting big things from this Manurewa High School AA women's basketball live on Whakata Māori. And things about to get underway here, Maya. Excitement levels are high. I've had a full can of V.
Yeah, we are well and truly ready to go here in Central Energy Trust. Cheyenne Coles and Elijah Vaya-Leckie on today's matchup for Team Grey. Gardner Holmes referees, as Harper McDonald will get things underway. Great little dump down pass to Hannah Lawler, who can't finish it, but that's a good opening position for Rangiora.
Yeah, and I like that strong rebound there from Emily Tanera. And as you might be able to see there, baseline, we've got the big fella himself, the GM, Dylan Boucher, in the building. Good to see, Maya, good to see.
Yeah, good to see old Bouch in the building, the big dog CEO.
Yeah, we'll have to put on our professional game face here for this one, under the watchful eye. As we see Rangiora get into some action here. Off the foot, it looks like, of Shirley Tuilemu.
Yeah, good initial pressure there from Shirley. Watched a little bit of Manurewa yesterday, and she is definitely their key defensive player, a really good athlete, rebounds the ball really well, so super impressed with her defensive effort.
And I see we've got Coach Tanera, and we also have a player Tanera, Emily, in the number 9 singlet.
And Taisha Tanera as well, number 12, so bit of a family affair possibly.
things you love to see. The whānau, the ainga, all getting together, taking their talents on the road to the majestic Palmy. As I said to you earlier, the Campbell Scott, P. Naughty.
Looks like there's going to be a quick corridor with the score bench from Team Grey, GJ Gardner home. Shot clock going to be wind down to, I think they said 5.
Yeah, ball just coming off the foot. Not necessarily warranting. Here we go. Ball's in.
And Kyra Leatham going to have to let one fly. Not a bad look for an end of shot clock heave.
I was impressed there, Maya, as all the girls took to the court. They even stopped to give you a wee wave, acknowledging greatness.
Oh, stop it, you. Stop it.
Who in particular should we be looking out for with your extended knowledge here?
For Rangiora, Harper McDonald had a good game last night, 17 points against Mount Albert Grammar. So should be one to look out for defending the ball right now. And then Hadley James, 24, Hannah Lawler, number 7, and Kyra Leatham, number 2. So Rangiora's talent is actually spread quite evenly across the floor. And how could I forget the ball carrier right there, Abigail Prattley. So all 5 actually quite well contributed to this Rangiora High School team. Not necessarily one standout. As Kyra drops the dime off to Hannah Lawler, over to Harper McDonald, back out to Kyra, going to have to let it fly.
It was a nice baseline cut too from Lawler.
The offensive two-dupper and the and one for Kyra Leatham opens the bank count in this girls' AA pool game.
She has been quite aggressive early on here, Kyra Leatham, looking to get her teammates involved. And on top of that, getting herself to the basket.
See it on the replay there, the Rangiora bench up and excited. Manu Dewa will be definitely looking for an answer as Kyra buries that kuru tautuku.
And some full court pressure straight off the jump here, Maya. Just backing off a little bit though, not too serious, but just enough to show.
Curl cut there from Emily Taneda. Just can't get the roll, but we have Manu Moore cleaning up on the offensive boards. But a good defensive start for Rangiora.
Very good defensive start, and as we've seen so far, that's who's going to be the queens of the tūrapa. That could go a long way to see who will secure victory in this game. There's another great cut. Really well drilled team, this Rangiora squad so far, Maya.
Tough shot over the backboard for Abigail Prattley. Coach Holly Parrish on the side, just having some kōrero with her athletes. One of my best friends, so shout out to you, Holly, love you.
I was waiting for you to give her flowers, and you did not disappoint, Maya.
2 minutes in, couldn't help myself.
I was surprised you waited that long.
I know, me too. Gonna see a hara on the baseline against Hannah Lawler, I believe. A little bit overzealous with her contact, trying to stop Bella Manu Moore, who is a beast in the paint. Really nice footwork and a nice little left-hand touch off the Papa Muri, so they're going to have to be careful how they cover her.
Yeah, and Bella impressing early with the work rate. And nice shot there, using the glass to the advantage.
Shirley Tui Limu had 24 points in their win against Nayland yesterday, so someone to keep an eye out for as Abby Prattley goes right around her and gets a nice little lap off the Papa Muri.
And Rangiora out to a lead here as we work our way through the first quarter, only a couple minutes in.
On-ball defense looking solid so far for the girls in black, as Shirley, right on cue, stops on a dime and grabs her offensive tūrapa. Kuru Whiwhi Toru off the front tupper.
And as we talked about, we've got the tupper here, Maya. We've got the double rims, court 4.
And those tupper looking like they are Hadley's enemy on that little toilet bowl swirl.
I like that. That's a great analogy.
Thank you so much. Travel called by one referee, hara called by the other, so they will have a quick kōrero about that one. Manurewa walking back the other way, claiming the responsibility of the travel.
It's good to see, though, the referees who've seen the replay there. Good defense being applied to then force the turnover.
Rangiora now with a chance to further extend their lead. Great action there to get Kyra Latham downhill. And another back cut, a lot of back cuts going on for this Rangiora side as another hara whistled. A very physical Manurewa squad to begin today's game.
I'd keep going to that well, Maya, that you just alluded to, the back cuts. Rangiora getting some really good rewards out of putting in that extra mahi. As you see a steal there from Waimahi, Hetaraka Brown, and she's off to the races.
Great control there, just slowing things down a little bit. Manurewa, a team that doesn't like to play with pace but plays with structure, as Harper McDonald has her lunch money stolen by Emily Taneta. Back the other way. Shirley, great kick out. Midi is no good and no luck so far for Manurewa.
Yeah, the tapa are closed for the Wahine Toa here in the Kakariki. Can't say the same down the other end as we see Latham again finds herself shooting two.
And bangs the first kuru tautaku, a dream start for this Rangiora squad. And Coach Lyndall Taneta will want a wakike the next time they possibly can, and a line violation going against Manurewa. So, against Rangiora, my apologies, and with that we are going to see a wakike. So a dream start for Rangiora, 6-2 with just under 6 minutes to go. What have you seen so far, Greg?
Yeah, probably a good wahiki, time for one of those. Just to get the girls to, just have a sit down, we'll have a chat about things. It's those early game jitters where sometimes it's just nice to try and feel each other out to start with, and maybe if you're going out of things that things that work for you, sometimes you need to just have a little sit down, have a kōrero, bit of H2O on the body and talk things out and, realign, refocus, and I'm sure we'll come back out there and we'll see some Manurewa basketball being played.
Yeah, for sure. It's often that first period of the game that we see, teams start to kind of feel each other out and understand each other's strategies, and then, trying to actually ease into the game a little more. You see Manawatu Jets star there, Campbell Scott, just walking through the picture. But yeah, for Manurewa now, I think it's just a recollection of their composure and an adjustment to what Rangiora has beat them with so far. Obviously not wanting to give up any more hutters, and those back cuts just tearing apart their defence at the moment.
Yeah, nice to see Campbell Scott there, and just from one flowing mullet to another. It was good to have a quick little eyebrow raise, and he knows I'm deep in my mahi right now, so when those headphones go on, more than anyone, it's business time. Yeah.
Locked in.
And speaking of locked in, Kyra Latham at the free throw line.
She's going to have one more go at the kuru tautaku. There was a line violation prior to the wahike. And she is just off to the left. Offensive tūrapa, can't regain position. A great hustle from the young wahine, and Manurewa do not want this possession to go lost.
Yeah. The girls from South Auckland would love to see the scoreboard tick over in their favour, but we've got a turnover here, Maya.
Yeah, great pressure from Rangiora, forcing turnovers out of Manurewa. Kuru Whiwhi Toru for Hadley James. Rangiora looking very strong straight out the bat.
LeBron James out there in the corner. She catch, shoot, pakete. And that'll be great for the confidence, seeing that first shot go down, Maya.
And Taisha Taneta fully extends her elbow right into Abby Bradley's chest. Without a doubt, an offensive foul. A great defensive play. All things Rangiora at the moment.
Right, we see Manurewa into the 2-3 zone, and they'll be looking to clamp down here and try and get a stop. Rangiora out to a 7-point advantage.
Harper McDonald faces a big hit and then a turnover. So something working in the favour of Manurewa here. And they're going to need a big bucket.
Taisha Tanera, hands were up, she walled up and no one was getting through that.
Deep two on the way, offensive two'd up for Emily Tanera. And a good timely bucket for Manurewa.
And that's what it's going to take once those shots go up. Attack the glass, see what you can get. There's going to be some two-uppers on offer today at both ends of the court.
Hannah Lola spinning into traffic, drawing a foul. That is the 5th hara of the period already for Manurewa. Rangiora with a clear intention to just continue to go downhill and try to draw those. As we'll see that one more time as, yeah, hands flying down from Manurewa. I think Rangiora have capitalised on that really well.
Nice wee spin cycle there too, Maya. As you've seen so far throughout this tournament that you and I got to commentate, the footwork has been really, really impressive from the Tane and Wahine.
Good on those Kurutotsukus there. 11-4 is the score. We'll have it corrected on your screen very shortly as Manurewa break that pressure well. They'll be relieved to get that one over halfway. Little spin move. Speaking of that great footwork there, it's a better example from Shirley Tui Limu, and they are back within 5.
That is the danger girl you alluded to earlier, Maya. That's Shirley Tui Limu at her best and doing her best to get Manurewa back into this game. But oh, Abigail Prattley says, I'm going to get me 2.
The footwork on these young Wahine, very impressive.
Let's see what Manurewa can conjure up in return.
Good hand, but better offense. Taisha Tanera, the kudu, Fifi Toru right in the mouth of Hadley James there.
And that'll feel really good for Taisha.
Great ball movement here from Rangiora. The poro going a little loose. 7 seconds to work with. Hadley James going to make something work. Over to Abby Prattley. Little floater, no good. And a great two-upper there from Emily.
Crashing the glass there too, Rangiora. So, yeah, the fact that Emily was able to bring that down and corral that rebound, that's what they're going to need more from her in Manurewa.
And just leaves that one short. Does Taisha Tanera, but every right to shoot it, given her last success.
3 on 2, Maya.
A great wall up there from Taisha Tanera. Abby Prattley just facing that physicality. 13-9. Just under 3 minutes to go in this first quarter.
That's her second time there, Maya, where she's walled up Taisha Tanera and is immovable.
Right into the hands of Shirley Tui Limu. You don't want to let her go in transition too often. And gets her own offensive two-upper.
The energy these Wahine are able to expend, that was huge from Shirley Tui Limu. We've got a fast break option here for Rangiora.
Drops the dime off to Hannah Lawler, just off the back tupper. Will stay Rangiora possession, and we've got a couple of subs coming in. Amy Willett, Hall and Kyra Latham.
Not going to lie, Maya, if you're Manurewa, you are pretty happy with 4-on-1 fast break there, and all that you give up is out of bounds possession.
Yeah, for sure. They'll be definitely happy given that Rangiora's primary offense is just to play in transition and run. As Kyra Latham will let one go. As you can see, they definitely prefer the transition game.
And I'm sure Kyra has the green light. She's been extremely effective. Oh, as we see a full court press here from Rangiora again. Are they going to back off or are they going to attack?
Yeah, don't expect anything less from this Rangiora team, playing full court pressure, forcing Manurewa to now only have 16 seconds on the shot clock to run their offense.
And that's just what you're aiming to do, isn't it? Well, as we see a great take from Emily Tanera, that full court pressure, just if he can turn the ball carrier, isn't it, Maya, a few times. See a replay there of none other than Emily Tanera as she will go to the free throw line, but just being able to turn the ball carrier, slow the ball carrier down and as you said, less of the shot clock to work with at the offensive end.
Yeah, 100%. And they do that. Greg's laughing because I always say 100%. I'm giving you that validation.
But I tell you, that's why it always puts a smile on my face. I know I must have said something that was worthwhile if you get the 100% from the one that only M-dub.
Oh, geez. You give me too much praise.
Here comes Ainsley Kakapu into the game, and none other than Waimahi Hetaraka Brown will take a seat.
So a big position here for Rangiora, let a bit of their lead go. Momentum shifting to the favour of Manurewa. Hadley James to Grace Tull in the corner. Kuru Fifi Toru is good. A clutch bucket from Grace Tull. Back the other way. Ball in the hands of Shirley. Great corner pass and the extra. Another great ball movement. The Poro just slanging across that Kuru Fifi Toru line. And transition basketball once again for Rangiora. Kyra Leatham, hands all over it.
If they can look up and make the pass, very NFL-esque launch, and they will be rewarded for pushing the Poro.
Hadley James doing her best to wall up there. Shirley Tuilimu just showing her athleticism and why she is one of the driving forces behind this Manurewa squad. Will take her time, load one up off the front tupper.
I didn't want to say anything, as I didn't want to jinx young Shirley there, but I was going to say another little opportunity here to claw a couple of points back. She'll have one more.
Greg is infamous for his commentator's curse.
Hey, it was lovely. It was nice to sit beside the guys doing the score bench just before Maya, who we did get to commentate in the last game, and they were lovely. Apparently, some of the friends and family at home gave them some feedback, said they were getting some great yarns via commentary, so must be a shout out to you.
You're welcome, guys. You're welcome, Rangiora family. I'm assuming there's a lot of whānau watching this game as well. Shout out to Whakata Māori for allowing this live stream to be possible. 3 courts broadcast for our rangatahi on a national stage. And shout out to all of our sponsors, Bailey's, Caltex, Polo Project, Foot Locker and New Zealand Carbon Farming. A lot of moving pieces that make this tournament possible, Greg.
New Zealand Carbon Farming was an interesting one when I looked at the list of sponsors. So, yeah, another huge, if you can get involved at any level of the game, especially this one, the grassroots, things we love to see.
1000%. If you know someone who does good work at the grassroots level, you can vote for them for the Caltex Good Sport Award. Someone who's gone above and beyond. Voting closes Wednesday, 11:59 p.m. So head over to the Basketball New Zealand social media pages to cast your vote.
I've already voted for everyone in a grey GJ Gardner t-shirt. That's my nomination. My nominees, they have been outstanding so far, our referees.
My nominee goes to Basketball Manawatu and all their volunteers. Again, so many moving pieces to put on this clinic of a tournament here, as we have 2 wahine fighting for the tūrapa position. Is going to go by the way of Manurewa.
And that's why you got first choice of the rooms at our Airbnb. My shouting out the lovely people of Palmerston North and their volunteers.
I think that's just because your flight got cancelled, but sure. We'll go with that narrative, as travel called against Jindi Lee. 13-16 the score. Rangiora probably the second to last position here in the first quarter.
Yeah, apologies as well to Jindi Lee. I was reading off the teleprompter earlier and I mispronounced her name, so hopefully the Lee family can forgive me.
Amy Willett Hall with the nice go-ahead bucket there, extending the lead out to 5. And great backcourt pressure from Hadley James. And the foul's going to go against Manurewa. Taisha Tanita overzealous with her hara there, and Hadley James will have a pair of kuru tautukus to see out their possession in this quarter.
Now, I know she's picked up a foul, Taisha, but hey, she dove in there, ball was on the floor, and equally the same amount of respect to Hadley James. When you see your players diving on the floor, it just shows how much these wahine toa want to secure the dub.
Great mana from our two wahine. And a good two-upper there from Emily. Tosses it up maybe a little bit too early. Great hustle there from none other than Shirley. And that'll be it for this first quarter here in the women's AA pool game. Rangiora with a 19-13 lead. Little bit of a seesaw first quarter, but Rangiora have seemed to be somewhat in control for a majority of the quarter. Would you agree, Greg?
I do indeed. It was nice to see Manurewa wrestle back a little bit there, a bit of a fight back, and they brought this down to a 6-point deficit, Maya. I mean, anything going by a first quarter, plenty more points of kohu to be played, but really nice signs from both teams. We've got some individuals already stamping their authority on the game. Who so far has stood out for you?
I think it's been a really good team effort, I think, on both sides. Obviously, there are always some standouts, probably for Rangiora, Hedley Janes, and the energy that she's bringing at the moment. Defensively has stood out to me. I think they understood the fact that Manurewa were going to come out and be a super physical team to play against. And she's kind of matched that energy a little bit and shown that she's not afraid whatsoever. Kyra Leatham has done a good job getting downhill and getting feet in the paint and making things happen for herself and her teammates. In terms of Manurewa, I've been very impressed again with Shirley Tuilimu, who we talked about as being like the leading force behind Manurewa. Emily Tanita as well, rebounding the ball well, had a couple of nice cuts. And Taisha Tanita, we've seen the way that she can stroke that ball from beyond the arc. See if she can do that a couple more times.
Yeah, not only that, when you have such offensive prowess like Shirley Tuilimu, I tell you what, you love to have a Taisha Tanita in your team as well, who walled up a couple of times there, caused a bit of conflict down there at the defensive end. A few drives were cut off, just arms up in the air, took the hit, and the ball went awry. And I tell you what, you start thinking or questioning yourself next time you're going to drive to the hoop when you run into a wall like that, Maya.
Oh, for sure. You've been there before, Greg?
Oh, I tell you what, there's some big boys going on. The Rob Lowe's, Ty Wynyards, Mika Vakona broke my nose.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, no.
A niche wee story.
Yeah, no, I've played against some of the best. I don't think they would remember who I was, but I definitely had a few battle scars from a few of those, more commonly known household names.
There will definitely be some battle scars at the end of this game.
It was lovely to see Ty Wynyard's little sister here playing for Rangitoto, and when I say little sister, I'm standing at 6'4.5", and she was a bit taller than me, so.
Yep,
Yeah.
Moana Nui of Rangitoto. A very talented family, that's for sure.
It was lovely to see her. Last time I saw her, she was probably about up to my hips, so I almost didn't recognise her.
Not the same looking up to her, eh, Greg?
No.
As we get back underway here on day 2 of the Basketball New Zealand Secondary School Nationals. Rangiora with the first possession of the quarter. Abby Prattley, great patience out to Harper McDonald, who loses possession, but Manurewa whistled for the hara.
Now, is this something that is sort of instructed by your very good friend, the coach here of Rangiora? I've noticed a bit of a trend that the kuru whiwhi toru not really being settled for by Rangiora. They're looking to put the ball on the floor and attack the tapa.
Yeah, they're typically a team who are interior focused more than they are perimeter focused. They are a team that can definitely shoot from beyond the arc, but not their favourite shot in the world, I guess you could say, and not the shot that they typically seek in every possession. As yet another hara is whistled. That is 2 within the first 30 seconds of the quarter.
Taisha Tanita and Astrid Hendricks, that looked formidable. And
that is 3 haras now on Taisha Tanita. She's going to have to come out of this ball game.
And Waimahi Hitaraka Brown will replace Taisha Tanita. Looked at the referee, felt a little bit hard done by it. May have thought it was going to be on Astrid Hendricks, I should say.
GJ Gardner home, Team Grey official issuing a game delay warning to Manurewa. If they do it again, it'll be a technical free throw. Here we are back underway. Baseline out of bounds. Oh, too easy for Amy Willett-Hall, who just falls short off the tupper.
Everything but the finish there, Maya. Such a well-crafted play. Caused an open opportunity. She wished she could have that one back.
Offensive two-dupper goes the way of Manurewa now, and an easy drive. Offensive two-dupper again, resulting in a pakete for Manurewa.
Shirley Tuilemu, not the tallest out there, but not afraid to mix things up, getting her own offensive two-dupper.
Hands in the lane. Emily Taneta will come up with possession, meeting some pressure, and ball stolen back from Abby Prattley there. Backcourt pressure, proving a force to be reckoned with.
Yeah, Manurewa looking for that sort of that heave into the half-court, Maya, just getting cut off there.
Shirley Tuilemu gets up for that two-dupper. Great pass as Kyra Leatham blocks it away. Back Rangiora ways.
Ainsley Kakapu thought she may have had an open lay there, Maya, and was cut off by none other than Kyra Leatham.
Ball movement here. Kyra Leatham getting in the paint. Kick out to Harper McDonald. Drop down to Amy Willett. Ooh. Hands all over that one.
Great defense here from Manurewa. Unlucky.
Hustle left, right, and centre. Like you said, very unlucky not to come up with that possession.
Henricks combining with Emily Taneta there at the base. Line defense causing problems for Rangiora. That is not a friendly place to go as the paint, Maya. And as we see, Kurufifi Toru being taken by Rangiora.
Shirley Tuilemu. Pass tipped in transition. Two-dupper secured by Rangiora. Pushing in transition like they are so used to doing. 2-foot stop, Abby Prattley off the legs of two Manurewa Kaipares.
Looking for that back cut too, Maya. That was really, really working well for Rangiora in that first quarter. Manurewa looks like they've cottoned on to that and will be trying to stop any back cuts.
Bit stagnant here for Rangiora, and hands the passing lane. Here comes Waimihi. Oh, and misses the bunny in transition. She will want that one back, that's for sure, but two-dupper will still remain with Manurewa. Oh, there it goes, Shirley once again.
That is two offensive two-duppers there for Shirley, and she is everywhere.
Off the backboard, off the Papamudi for Shirley. Kyra Leatham stops on a dime, floats it up off the back tupper. Hannah Lawler, offensive two-dupper. Man, a lot of contact going on.
Oh, we almost see the ball go out of bounds. What could have been a handling error has been turned into a fast break. Possession here for Manurewa, and the ball comes back the other way with Rangiora.
Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Will we see a pakete here? No, we will not. Abby Prattley look like she'll have a break. It is indeed very much a back and forth game at the moment. Both teams throwing the ball away probably a little bit more than coaches would advise and would prefer.
The work rate from both Emily Taneta and Shirley Tuilemu, absolutely, completely impressive. Again, they're going to be able to keep that up for 4 quarters. I wouldn't be surprised if they can, but very impressive.
High post catch. Astrid Hendricks attacking on Kyra Leatham. The first hutter of the quarter for Rangiora, so a pretty good defensive start for the squad. The Duck squad, they're called.
Really impressed with Astrid Hendricks on the defensive end, so glad she has now an opportunity at the offensive end. Would like to see her maybe get a low post catch, maybe a wee seal or something along those lines. Obviously a great free throw there from Hendricks.
The kuru tautaku, a massive fundamental part of basketball, one that can lose or win games as she splits the two. McDonald back the other way now.
I'm always a big fan of the bounce, set, shoot. free throw line.
Is that your little routine, is it?
That's mine, yeah.
Another turnover for Rangiora, nearing the point where they may need a Waiheke just to call and talk about their offensive strategy.
Yeah, pakete here from Manurewa would be huge. However, none other than Harper McDonald has something to say about that.
Good patience there from Ali Jagger. On dime into Hannah Lawler, open under the tapa. A great, easy pakete, probably the easiest pakete of today.
Yeah, Harper McDonald there. Oh, and we see a huge bucket there from Waimihi Hitaraka Brown on the replay.
Yeah, Ali Jagger just unaware initially where Waimihi was, so she was turning her body as Waimihi was in her shooting action, so bound to commit a foul in that sense. There's only one Tautaku on the way for Waimihi Hitaraka Brown. She'll take her time and bury that one.
Nice little rotation on the ball. That free throw release.
Manurewa opting to stay in their 2-3 zone. Reversing the ball well. Hadley James finding a gap. Ali Jagger will release now. Offensive toot-up in the hands of Hadley, but blocked away. And a transition opportunity for Manurewa. Can't finish.
Again, Emily Tanera proving a defensive stopper there, just getting the block as we see Manurewa off again. And I can hear the calls for the Waiheke. Maya.
And another hara committed against Rangiora, this time against Harper McDonald, I believe. And you were right, Waiheke called by Coach Nikki Jagger of the Rangiora squad. 21-19. So a little bit momentum lost by way of Rangiora. When both teams are close, you're not surprised that it kind of goes back and forth, right?
I was going to say, our sport is really a game of runs, and momentum plays a huge part in that. And full kudos to the Rangiora bench, able to sort of see the tide shifting in the favour of Manurewa, calling the Waiheke and bringing the girls in, and just, again, much like what Manurewa did earlier, let's have a chat about things. We've just gone a bit out of our systems, and hey, we're getting some good looks. Sometimes the shots just don't fall, but it's, hey, patience, stick to the game plan, and let's see things out. But Maya, 5 minutes, 6 seconds left. What would your advice be if you put your coaching hat on?
If I'm Rangiora, like, they're playing obviously that 2-3 zone, and Rangiora, not the most sniper gang of three-point shooters. They aren't like, oh my gosh, let's zone them so they have to shoot and they can't make any, of course. But they do prefer an interior game. And for them, it's going to be, we can stick to that interior game, but how are we going to do that? And there's a lot of dribble penetration going on and like 1 or 2 passes. I think if they can move the ball, get it inside out before they try to penetrate, so they create open driving lanes for themselves, create long closeout situations so that they can get 2 feet in the paint and use those back cuts, dump downs, or just easy finishes off the pump midi in a more effective way than they are at the moment. And then it's just that being willing to be as aggressive as Manurewa are being. Obviously, Manurewa pride themselves on being a very physical team that is well within their identity. So for Rangiora, it's not shying away from that, but giving a bet.
What I want to say to that is 1,000%.
Stealing my trademark little saying there, eh? Here's Shirley Tuolimu out to Emily Tanita. Good toot-upper there from Ali Parrish. Here she goes in semi-trans, finding Hadley. Grace Tull, ball reversal to the corner. Moving the portal well, getting that ball inside, but turnover. Great intention there to try and get that portal inside, but just forcing a tough pass.
That's it. Henrik's causing a lot of disruption down there. Rangiora trying to get their offensive going, and then just getting amongst the paint, and things are probably maybe tougher than what they might usually be going up against. As you said, Manurewa, very, very physical. All within the letter of the law, that is, too.
100%. It's just a identity. Some teams like to push the pace. Some use their physicality more so. just the different coaching philosophies and lineups that you come across, as the hara is committed against Manurewa.
Yeah, we've got Bella Moore, Ashford Hendricks and Emily Taneta there, providing the back three of that wall for Manurewa, but turnover.
And that's just an unforced error there for Rangiora. Just a pass slipping out of the hands. Kind of one of those ones that you tend to see when another team starts to get a little bit of momentum in their favour. A big defensive position here for Rangiora. Manurewa with a chance to tie or take the lead. High on ball for Emily Taneta. Great pass down to, oh, the spin cycle. Bella Manu Moore off the Papamuri with her left hand, and we are all tied up here in Palmerston North.
Something I noted there, Maya, as Shirley Tuilemu had the inbounds in front of us, not a drop of sweat. She's been everywhere and involved in everything. So the fitness levels of both sides of these Waiahine Toa, very, very impressive and on show early.
For sure. We'll have another look at that.
Oh.
The great spin move. Very high IQ play there. Bella Manu Moore recognising where the defence was, having that spin cycle and kind of driving right into the open lane on her favoured left hand. That is an absolute packet there from that young woman. And back down the other end, Grace Tull shooting to Kuru Tautuku's unsuccessful on the first.
Presence of mind on that spin move too, Maya, to then be able to readjust the body and the easiest basket she'll get all day for Ali Parrish.
Might be the easiest packet there we've seen on this court all day, in all fairness, as Rangiora take their slim 2-point lead back. Hand off, Emily Taneta has a look. Back into, oh my goodness, just finds a gap somehow. Didn't look like anything was going to be possible, but Bella Manu Moore splits the double team and draws the hara.
Yeah, Ali Parrish and Grace Toll were right there. However, Bella Manu Moore able to get a step through and drawing contact. Great move. She's one now that is really coming along and getting involved in this matchup, Bella Manu Moore.
Yeah, so it's knowing her, the scout on her, right? Like if she is going to be given that left hand, she's going to spin and go there all day, and as she should. So based on the kōrero from our GJ Gardner Homes referees, I'm hearing an offensive hara.
Offensive push in the back.
We're still just trying to tune into this conversation here so we can give you a proper update.
See the amazing Maya Williams with her hearing would have picked up all of that, Maya.
So the go was there. The foul on number 10, Ali Parrish for Rangiora, was taken back, as there was an offensive foul called against Astrid Hendricks prior to the Rangiora foul. So a quick kōrero with both referees allowed us to come to that decision, and Rangiora will be thanking the basketball lords. They get the possession back and the hara taken away.
And I feel for Manurewa, as they would have had the opportunity there to tie things up at 23. However, maybe the basketball gods have shined on them there, and the ball has been turned over, and they didn't really lose anything. Manurewa, however, it was 2 free throw attempts, so let's see if they can get a parkete here, tie things up.
Manurewa exercising patience. They move the portal so well. Shirley Tuilemu is a great bucket, saying, ball don't lie. We are even Stevens once again, just under 3 minutes to go in this first half.
Emily Tanera, though, she had to thread the needle on that pass, though, Maya, that led to that offensive basket from none other than Shirley Tuilemu. Let's see the replay here. Look at the dime. Bang.
Great pass there. Court vision as Kyra Leatham called for a travel. So back the other way, Manurewa with a chance to take the lead. Moving the portal.
Handling the press quite well too, Manurewa. As we see Jindy Lee involved. Ooh.
Kuru Whiwhi Toru up over the back. 2.5 minutes to go here. Rangiora decided to slow things down. And that's going to go the way of Manu Rewa. Turnover central for the girls in black and green. Coach Nikki Jagger and assistant Holly Parrish definitely with some words to say. And Liam Connolly also on the bench. Liam Connolly, the under-15 New Zealand girls head coach.
Oh, no! Travel called on Astrid Henriks, and that would have given Manurewa the lead. But we are tied up here. Rangiora got out to an early lead. However, Manurewa has managed to pull it back. We've got a tie ball game. Court 4 bringing the heat today from Palmy.
Ali Parrish facing that physicality inside. Bella Manumor looking to push the break. Manurewa really done a good job defensively the last few minutes as they're looking to capitalise offensively.
Jindy Lee looking, probing, trying to find a Pakete there. Gets it to Henriks. And unfortunate there, just a bit too much Uipix.
Here come Rangiora in transition. Moving that poro. Abby Prattley trying to find a gap. Hadley James will let a kuru whiwhitoru go. Way off the Papamuri.
Jindy Lee calling for it. However, Balamanu more spin move again. Rangiora secures the turapa.
Rangiora getting away with one there. Not many left-hand spin move misses coming their way from Bella Manu Moore. Forcing that pass once again. Turnovers. The worst enemy of Rangiora at the moment. And giving up the and one. Surely Tuilemu, the tough finish through contact.
Who else but surely Tuilemu, as we see here, Maya.
Great pass from Bella Manu Moore. Drawing the defender, making it look like she was the one attacking and dropping off that dump-off pass.
Sometimes that 2-on-1 situation can be a tricky one, even for the ball carrier. It's making that decision. Do I take it myself or do I dump it off? And you can get in your own head sometimes. Great patience shown there. And offensive rebound for Manurewa.
And Parrish doing a good job cleaning up there as Abby Prattley opts to slow things down. Again, moving the portal well. Finds Harper. Nice little floater and a very timely needed bucket for Rangiora. We are all tied up once again at 25 apiece.
It'd be interesting to see going into half-time. Well, a chance for both teams to have a possession here potentially.
Great defensive position there for Rangiora. They'll be chuffed to finish the quarter off defensively like that. Hadley James to Hannah Lawler. A great park get there. And they lead again by 2 points.
10 seconds to work with. What has Tuilemu got in the bag? Oh, she can take it to the tapa and she will be rewarded. And Rangiora just would have liked to have been able to put the clamps on there and go into the half with a 2-point lead. However, Tuilemu, a chance here to tie things up.
Takes her time on the Kuru Tautuku back tapa on that first one. Still 3 seconds on the clock, so a chance at a glory heave at the end of the first half. Surely will take her time loading up the second Kuru Tautuku.
Speaking of glory heave, we saw some a half-court contest thanks to Foot Locker. I believe that was yesterday.
I believe there will be one later this evening as well. A chance to win $100 for Foot Locker. Shout out to our main partner, Foot Locker, and the work they're doing with Palmerston New Zealand this year, and hopefully with many more years to come as another hara committed at the end of the quarter. So a bit of a nightmarish ending to this first half for Rangiora, giving up 2 fouls in the space of about 3 seconds.
Tanita to the line. She's really impressed too so far, as Emily Tanita. Got to get a look at Taisha Tanita earlier on, but a victim to foul trouble, and that's us, Maya, at the half, 27-25.
Yeah, Rangiora with a slim 2-point lead, been very much back and forth. We are going to take a quick break, but we'll be back for a very exciting second half of basketball. Stay tuned. Okay.
Yes. Okay. Yeah.
This isn't about long-distance calling, technology, or living overseas.
Do I have one more bid? Thank you.
We're going to go once. We're going twice.
And we are sold to the Kiwi phone bidder from Manchester.
It's about Bailey's finding buyers that others can't.
I'm Jason Bill, and we farm around the Mid-North. We took a review of our business a couple of years ago, sort of identified challenges that we had. One was profitability, and we'd noticed on our steep hill country we're getting more and more erosion. We looked around to diversify, looked at forestry to plant on our steeper country. For us, it really addressed those concerns. By doing the forest farm model, we feel like we're getting the best of both worlds. And I'm really excited, and I really do believe in this model. I think it's the way of the future.
At Apollo Projects, we create better outcomes because we never make any assumptions. Like at this dairy dryer. The cladding on the building that houses the dairy dryer needed to be replaced. So they called us up. First, we inspected the cladding. The cost implications of shutting the dryer down were huge, particularly from the loss of production, which is much higher than the actual reclad costs. So we came together as a team. We said, why don't we replace the cladding while the dryer is still operational? No one had ever done that before, which meant working with the client on hygiene requirements. We wrapped the dryer in 2 layers to create a hygiene envelope, while the old panels were removed and the new ones installed, all while the dryer continued to work. By thinking outside the square and working as a team, the project was completed with no disruption to production, and it was a world first. Apollo Projects. No assumptions, better outcomes.
Sport is about more than just a game. It's about going from teammates to best mates. It's the high fives and helping hands. That's why Caltex is proud to help fuel school sports.
Morena, beautiful people.
Look at me! Look at her!
Hee-haw! Hee-haw!
Bang.
Too much.
Sounds ominous.
Keep our kaumatua cool.
Oh, you went all the way to the KKK, eh?
No.
Hurry up!
Okay.
Make Māori Plus your mate. Download the app today.
Sport is about more than just a game. It's about going from teammates to best mates. It's the high fives and helping hands. It's learning when to back yourself or back your buddies. It's actually being excited to get out of bed early on a Saturday. Sport is about more than just the game. That's why Caltex is proud to help fuel school sports.
No mai, hoki mai, welcome back to the second half of action here at the Palmerston New Zealand Secondary School Nationals here in Paradise North. Rangiora with a slim 27-25 lead. I'm Maya Williamson alongside the mullet man himself, Greg Elliott. How have you enjoyed the first half, Greg?
Oh, it's been amazing, and Palmy has turned it on. I feel like a real local, sporting this fresh new haircut, but I tell you what, we have an absolute war of attrition in front of us. Great first half from both sides. It is Rangiora that has the 27-25 slight advantage. We're seeing some really impressive Wahine Toa stamping their authority on the match. Another half of basketball to go. Maya, you enjoying yourself on this one?
Definitely, I very enjoyed seeing this matchup, and we knew that it was going to be a close one because this game definitely is a winnable game for both sides, and both teams will be wanting to win this game for the most favourable position in their pool. Two very contrasting styles of basketball going on. Rangiora very paint-centred, but not as aggressive as the very physical Manurewa, and a lot of fouls going on from both sides. I'll be interested to see what the approaches are coming out of this half-time point. Manurewa opting to be in the 2-3 zone for the entirety of the first half. Will they remain in that, and what will Rangiora look to do defensively, I wonder. So very exciting first half of basketball, and a even more exciting second half underway. Manurewa will have possession to kick us off here in Paradise North in the Central Energy Trust Arena. What a beautiful place.
Yeah, residing in Auckland, it's good to some sort of involvement. I feel the boys there with the Manurewa Hawks organisation, so it's great to see Manurewa Girls High School here. The Wahine really put on a show, and as I did call for it earlier, I'd love to see the ball getting dumped down to Ashford Hendricks on the low block, see what she can do. She's wreaked havoc so far.
And a hara whistled in the first 5 seconds of the second half, so referees definitely not letting any illegal contact go. Skip pass to Shirley Tuilimu and Bella Manu Moore. Someone to watch out for. Great toot-upper there for Ali Parrish, and Rangiora will have their first possession of the half. Skip past Abby Prattley. Harper McDonald penetrating down the middle, dump off pass to Ali Parrish. Just falls short off the tupper. Good look though.
Harper McDonald creating chances. She likes to put the ball on the floor and then seems to get side by side with her defender, then try to create space for, interrupt my own self. I think it was Bella Manu Moore.
Yeah, once again, Bella Manu Moore on her left hand, and yet another turnover for Rangiora. Been a common theme for these guys. They've managed to turn the ball over quite a few times, just making errant decisions. Maybe just not executing their passes the best under pressure. As Kuru Whiwhituru off, but there is none other than Bella Manu Moore.
And that's it. If you get the offensive toot-upper, you've got the green light to do whatever you want.
Ball will go Rangiora way.
Attack the tupper though, and that's what you like to see. Don't necessarily have to settle for the Kuru Whiwhituru.
Yeah, and Rangiora doing a lot of that, opting to only shoot Kuru Whiwhiturus when they are wide open.
If you've got it in the bag, Maya, let it fly.
For sure, for sure. Offensive toot-upper hustle. Harper McDonald finds the ball back. Takes a lot of contact on her way to the tupper and gets a trip to the charity stripe for 2 Kuru Totokus.
Jindy Lee managed to get a fingertips to the ball. Found its way to none other than Harper McDonald. Draws the foul. And third quarter, Harper McDonald really probing, trying to keep not only herself going, but her teammates.
Well, it's hard when they are such a driving, focused team, and every time they penetrate, they're just getting in the lane and driving into a lot of traffic. So it's important that they keep their heads up, they continue to penetrate, but choose the right times to do so and make sure they're getting the ball into the hands of people who are successful at getting 2 feet in the paint.
And if a Harper McDonald does come from the game, it is good to see Kyra Leatham, who also played some phenomenal poitukohu in that first half as a replacement. So someone else that can come in, create not only her own opportunities, but that for her teammates.
Hannah Lola walling up. Bella Manu Moore leaves that one short off the tupper. Multiple offensive toot-uppers this half, and you can just hear the entire Rangiora coaching staff yelling at their players to box out. In particular, Holly Parrish will stand up and yell those orders at the Rangiora girls. Holly Parrish come a far way in her coaching journey this year. Excited to see what else she can do in the future.
Nice 2-game there with Tuilima and Tanera. And we've got a travel called.
Rangiora very fortunate not to give away another pakite with how many offensive toot-uppers they were giving up in that possession. And they'll be wanting to get a high-quality look here. Kyra Leatham finding a gap. And another turnover. The poro just being stolen out of their pockets. Shirley Tuilimu knocking that one down. We're all tied up once again.
Hey, shout out to my boy Tommy Bartlett too, who has coached a few of these Manurewa wahine. He said that Bella Manu Moore is definitely one to watch for and began her career at none other than Manurewa Intermediate. So
Manurewa hard.
yeah, rewa hard. Shout out to Coach Bartlett.
And on the topic of coaches, shout out to Judd Flavel, the new appointed Tall Blacks head coach, back-to-back Canterbury Rams champion, and a massive resume outside of that. The most deserving human of that position. Very proud of Juddy and what he's achieved, and very exciting for the future of Aotearoa basketball.
Oh, extremely. And not only with Judd Flavel at the helm of that, we see Bailey Flavel, Judd's daughter, averaging 35 plus points on day one of competition here. Hugely impressive. And I'm not surprised with that pedigree.
I mean, I like to say that Judd Flavel is actually Bailey Flavel's dad.
Oh,
you know,
yeah, she's got there.
Yeah. She's that good that, you know, Judd is just Bailey's dad.
Dad's in Bailey's shadow already. You love to see that.
Tough gig for old Juddy, eh? But yeah, Bailey is a fantastic young wahine, and there is so much talent at this tournament. It's actually unbelievable the amount of talented rangatahi here in the wahine game.
Do you want to drop the quick bombshell as well? Who looks to have taken over as the Rams head coach?
Well, the interesting fact is Quinn Clinton will be the Canterbury Rams head coach following Judd Flavel's footsteps, and assistant coach Liam Connolly will stay here on the bench for the Rangiora girls and boys teams. But very exciting stuff happening down in Canterbury as Emily Tanita gets the go-ahead bucket and they regain their lead.
Well, that was a phenomenal segue into very exciting, because Tanita put their head down there and finished at the tapa. One to watch, Emily Tanita.
Kyra Leatham trying to find a gap there, can't make it work. 6 seconds on the shot clock. They need a bucket here.
Do you see whose hand it was there that got a hand on the ball? None other, Emily Tanita, working both ends as a coach. That's what you love to see, offensive and defensive ends of the court.
Kuru, Fifi, Toru, Kyra Leatham right on cue, regaining the lead. It is lead changes galore here early in the third, and a possession gone empty straight into the basketball Manawatu signs. Referees saying it was a tip as we see Kyra Leatham's Kuru, Fifi, Toru, some Rangiora hands on that one. So will remain with Manu Kura. I don't agree with the fact that there is 24 seconds on the shot clock.
I always like the inbounds here. Everyone's in a line. Who's going to go where?
Good old-fashioned stack lineup for the baseline out of bounds. Always love to see coaches different baseline out of bounds sets. There is so many out there.
And that's right, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I feel like I'm excited to see what will come from this inbounds play. Ball in the hands of Emily Taneta, finds an open Tuilemu, who puts it on the floor. Wrestles the rebound back. However, too aggressive. Tuilemu looks a bit perplexed. However, ball will go to Rangiora.
See plenty of teams flowing in for the following round. If you are tuning in, this court is extremely behind. About half an hour behind, unfortunately, as Kyra Leatham down the lane to her left hand draws the hudder. Giggles slightly at the bench. She did hit the bottom of the papamuri on that one, but she did get fouled, so we'll give it to her. To Kuru Tautaku's en route off the back tupper.
She's really done a great job, Leatham, of attacking the tupper, forcing the GJ Gardner team to put whistle to mouth and get a couple opportunities at the free throw line.
For sure. 5.5 minutes to go in this third quarter. Nice elevated pressure there from Kyra Leatham. Tip hands in the passing lane, and oh, Taisha Taneta just clearing out Ellie Jagger. I would love to see that again if we have it on replay. If not, totally understand, as we'll just see that one more time, completely extending her forearm, and she will, I'm assuming, take a seat, given that is her 4th hara of the game.
I like the look that Taisha Tanera gave to the referees. What? Me? No.
I did not just push her over. I'm not sure what you're talking about. Abby Prattley using her shot fake. Little pull-up jumper. The Kurupeki gone long.
And 33 plays 31. Sid Rangiora has wrestled back the lead.
Shirley Tuilemu using her shot fake. Drawing the hara and finishing the bucket.
Just when Manurewa needed a bucket, the phone goes. Who answers? It's none other than Shirley Tuilemu.
No surprises there, as we're all evened up here on court 4, and a wahike here, assumedly so, for Rangiora High School. 33-30. What is the kōrero from both coaches here, Greg?
Very good question. But I think the coach of Manurewa, Lyndall Tanera, I don't know if you've watched Batman before.
Haven't seen Batman.
However, they put out a signal when they need him. And I tell you what, the signal has gone out. And Shirley Tuilemu has really showed up here and impressed. As you talked about her earlier, she shining bright like a diamond. Love to see that for Manurewa.
She's coming to save the town of Manurewa, has she?
Just come all the way to Palmy North to put Manurewa on her back.
She must be tired, because that night she's actually going out and saving the city.
Oh, hey, I tell you what, I think she could do anything, this young wahine. Hey, not going to say she's doing it all on her own. This is a team sport. Really impressed with Emily Tanera and Bella Manu Moore. However, I looked down the other side of the court, and Harper McDonald, Kyra Leatham creating opportunities for themselves, trying to get their teammates involved. Really been impressed with that. Not necessarily settling for that kuruwhiwhi toru, and they're being rewarded, Maya, when they're taking ball to the tapa.
1,000%, Greg. Giving you that 1,000% validation. I like the aggressive mindset from the likes of Harper McDonald and Kyra Leatham. I do think if they do have a kuruwhiwhi toru, it doesn't hurt to shoot it, right? Because if you then begin to take kuruwhiwhi torus, it forces the defence to actually close you out, which does open up your driving lanes.
That's just it. If you can take him and make him, it'll really open things up. And a lot of time on the clock for Rangiora to just do that. But Leatham putting the ball on the floor, attacking, rewarded.
Almost every time they get in the paint, Manurewa giving away a foul at this point. So Kyra Leatham will have another trip to the Kuru Tautuku line. That's 3 for the recently whistled foul. Kyra Leatham drills the first, back out in front. There is lead change after lead change after lead change here on court 4.
I feel like I don't want to speak until she's shot her second free throw. As you said, I should be muted. Oh.
No
hey.
Commentator's curse. It has been relieved of you, Greg Elliott.
And both of those, no use of the tupper whatsoever. Nothing but net. As we see, Manurewa with the chance to answer back. Jindy Lee looking to set things up for Manurewa. Tanera.
Great wall up from Kyra Leatham, but hands coming down at the last second. Called for a hands hara, and Emily Tanera with a trip to the Kuru Tautuku line. You've been very impressed with her so far, Greg.
Tanera at one end and Leatham at the other. We're seeing free throw after free throw, and as I said, I love to see, you know, taking that chance, that risk, putting the ball on the floor, being in the attack mode. Maya, it's really paying off for both teams, and that's what we love to see as well with the GJ Gardner team in grey. I think it's consistent, and that's all you ever want from referees.
100%. That consistency is essential for games to flow well, as Speaking of said consistency, a hara from our GJ Gardner Holmes team grey. So 2 kuru tautakus. I sound like a broken record. Kuru tautaku, kuru tautaku, kuru tautaku. Try to say that 3 times fast.
Hey, I tell you what, we're only on day 2 as well, Maya, of 6. We've got 6 days for AA and 4 for A. But I tell you what, it's being all put on for us here in Palmy North. Multiple courts going at once. The action is aplenty. Please, I know the broadcast, the commentary, everything, the pageantry, it's fantastic to be broadcast into your home. But if you're here down in the Manawatu region, please get down here, come along.
Yeah, the vibes are super high in the Central Energy Trust Arena here in Palmerston North. A really great atmosphere in here. Obviously, just basketball galore, great humans to see. I've had a lot of great yarns with some awesome people, so it's always a good vibe here at the Secondary School Nationals.
Well, shout out my guy too, Stevie Cossins, does a lot of work with the young up-and-comers looking to get overseas. He said we're doing a lovely job, and ka pai on the reo.
Thank you, Stevie. Appreciate you, man, and thank you for all your work as well, facilitating dreams of young kids to go and live out their hoop dreams in the big US of A. And surely Tui Limo, just all gas, no brakes, but no pakete.
Sprints back on defense too, and that's all you can ask for as a coach. Anything that goes wrong on the offensive end, please, 5 on the court, get back on defense, let's get things set up. We don't want any transition, easy paketes.
Nice position there for Rangiora, swinging their poro from one side to the other. Abby Prattley attacking off the back of that, and that is what you want to see if you're Rangiora. If you don't want to settle for kuru 50 torus, move the defense and then find gaps to attack. Finding a lot of success getting to the tapa, and once again, kuru tau tukus.
I don't suppose those eyes of yours, Maya, saw who that foul was on, because whoever it is now up to 4 fouls.
Unfortunately did not look at the referee when she put up her hand signals, which is poor from me. Maybe, Greg, you can check with our boys on the score bench right there and give us a proper update for the whānau watching at home. Shout out to you guys if you are watching Manurewa, or Rangiora supporter alike. Kia ora, and thank you for your support. Greg, do we have a confirmation?
Yeah, we have Waimihi Hetaraka Brown that is on 4 fouls, and she has been playing some really, really good poita kohu. So, with 2 minutes 46 left to go in the third, I don't think we'll be seeing her for some time. Maya? She's still out there though.
Yeah, she's still out there. I was getting a little confused.
I'm not sure if Coach Tinera necessarily may be aware of that. No one's up here at the scorer's bench to come into the game for Manurewa, so maybe Coach Tinera showing complete and utter trust in Waimihi Hetaraka Brown to be out there and to stay out there.
Shirley Tuilimo just rims out on that second kuru tautaku. Ball moving well for Rangiora. Hadley James catching with momentum, skip past the Great Towel, back to Kyra Leatham, back to Grace Towel, little floater from the corner, offensive two-dupper, can't get that put back to go off the front tupper, but if you're Manurewa, you don't want to be giving up an offensive two-dupper to the smallest girl on the court, do you?
I was going to say, A, I love the ribbons, and B, Grace Towel getting amongst for the two-dupper. And the girls are in a battle there as we see Ali Parrish coming into the fray. Ali Jagger taking a well-deserved rest.
It is going to be Manurewa ball as a result of the two-hand fight we had. And Team Grey with a kōrero to our Manawatu volunteers. And a massive shout out once again to our Basketball Manawatu volunteers who are here night in, night out, just putting in the absolute mahi from the very beginning to the very last round. And I was corrected, I believe there's been an overturn of that call, so it will go the way of Rangiora as opposed to Manurewa.
Yeah, seen a few purple t-shirts around. The volunteers doing their thing, putting in some big mahi. Oh, offensive foul called. Rangiora looking to stamp some physicality back. However, called for the offensive foul.
And in the same breath, a technical foul issued against Manurewa head coach Lyndall Tanita. So as we get to the tail end, the business end of this game, frustrations become high. Kyra Leatham will sink the free throw to extend the lead to 5. So the ball will go back to Manurewa as a result of that offensive foul call. But the Manurewa coaching staff having to be very careful from here on out.
Yeah, we've seen a lot let go by the GJ Garner team in grey. However, enough is enough. And just wanting to obviously chat things out with Coach Lyndall Tanita, as the last thing we would want is anyone to be ejected, Maya. 2 technicals will see you
on that court right over there.
Yeah.
I saw my brother get ejected at Secondary School Nationals one year.
Oh, so you're not out in the car park, you're actually allowed to still stay in the building?
He just went into that little door there because it counts as a different court. So.
Okay. No, when I was ejected,
don't claim that, Greg. You can't be telling people you got ejected.
No, I got a terrible track record, so no basket.
A travel whistled against Kyra Leatham. Unfortunate, the Kuru Whiwhitoru did go down for Grace Tull, and they're back in that elevated pressure there, trying to force turnovers. Sorry, Greg.
No, I interrupted you, Maya. There's nothing worse than seeing your Kuru Whiwhitoru go in, however, to not be counted. Oh, offensive foul.
Kyra Leatham putting her body on the line, taking the big hit to the chest. Refs having a quick corridor about this once again.
Looks like that was on Shirley Tuilemu as we see the replay here. Ball on the floor. Ooh. Took one in the chest there.
Shirley Tuilemu's argument is that it was in the charge circle. However, that only applies when it is airborne. So Shirley Tuilemu will be charged with the offensive foul. And that is 3 hutters for her, Greg.
And with 1 minute 29 remaining, as we said earlier, it's Waimahi Hetalaka Brown up there with 4. So Coach Lyndall Tanita, confidence in her players that they will get through this.
Offensive two-dapper. Another possession for Rangiora. Great find, Hadley James, and a good 2 there for Ali Parrish. 42-37, just over 1 minute to go in this third quarter. Manurewa now searching for an answer.
What a dime from Hadley James. Put that ball right on the money. And the rebound from Ali Parrish.
Ali Parrish being very strong, getting a couple of two-duppers. She's had a couple of key ones and some good stretches here for Rangiora. A few possessions left within this third quarter until we get to the tail end, the business end, the most exciting part of this game. As Kyra Leatham desperate to draw the hutter on that one, does not. We'll go back the other way. Grace Tull getting her hands in the mix.
Just on that hutter that you talked about, what was interesting, something I learned just as we had that technical foul, as it was the first since we've commentated, hara ature.
Hara ature, indeed, is how you say technical foul. Shout out to Tori of EBNZ who just gave us this massive Motu Kupu list. So our Kupu is about to go crazy.
Oh, I feel like our Kupu will be now on steroids with this new list that has been provided to us. Amazing mahi from the team behind the scenes here at BBNZ, as Jindi with the steal.
And the last dying possession of this third quarter will lie in the hands of Manurewa. You can hear the defense chant for Rangiora. All intention to get a bucket before that third quarter mark, as Jinti Lee will get the go-ahead just ahead of the buzzer. 39-42. It is all business here. We'll take another look at that clutch bucket there from Jinti Lee. Wow, what a ball game, Greg.
Hey, if there's one player in particular that deserved to be rewarded for the hard work and effort, it is none other than Jindy Lee in the number 3 singlet for Manurewa High. And that will be, I tell you what, it's a game of ebbs and flows, and hey, a 5-point lead versus a 3-point lead. Doesn't sound like a lot, but it is a 1-possession game now, technically, for Manurewa, and that'll be great for the confidence going into none other than, as you said, the 4th quarter, where it's the real business end. And I tell you what, close game, that's what we really love to see as commentators who are unbiased, isn't it, Maya?
Yeah, this is exactly the game that we want to see, right? And this is a pool game where both teams know that it really matters who wins this game. Obviously, you want the highest seeding in your pool to be able to then have an easier crossover. And for both teams wanting to get into that top 8 bracket, Manurewa actually performing very well in the Auckland Zone qualifiers, coming second, only losing to Westlake Girls High, 49-58. And Westlake are back-to-back defending national champions. And for Rangiora finishing 7th, the second best placing for the high school last year ever at nationals. So obviously wanting to go maybe even better than that, or do as good of a job as their team last year. So a lot riding on this game for both teams in terms of school pride.
Yeah, I spoke to the Westlake girls earlier on, and they did say that they wanted to be back-to-back-to-back champions, and said that only you would know how that feels.
I've got no idea how being a back-to-back champion feels.
No, back-to-back-to-back champion.
Oh,
yeah,
I'm with you now. Oh, that's because I won 3 club champs in a row. Nice.
There you go.
That's great.
I like the way you looked through there in utter
like, wait,
pure
what?
confusion. We got there at the end.
I was just confused because I've never won a national championship in my life. So I thought you were taking a dig at me because I did lose 2 national finals in a row, and I thought maybe you were coming at me. But
now that you brought that out, I didn't even know that aspect of things. That might be something to be discussed at the marae later on.
No, you're right, man. We don't need to go there.
Speaking of where we do need to go is into this 4th quarter with none other than Manurewa High School ball in hand and a chance to eat into the lead or tie things up, Maya.
Exciting to see how we go. And Taisha Tanita back on the floor with 4 fouls. Poro moving to the corner, dime over to Emily Tanita, who cannot finish through traffic. Rangiora now pushing the break.
And again, none other than Harper McDonald probing, searching for maybe a cutting teammate. Those back cuts that worked really well in the 1st quarter, Maya, but Manurewa seem to be onto those now.
Good little floater off the Papamuri there for Taisha Tanita. Back within 1.
Taisha Tanita, a bit of foul trouble earlier on, but great to see her out there running the lane and being rewarded using all of the backboard there, high off the glass.
Harper McDonald spin move. Little floater off the Papamuri, giving a taste of Tanisha's medicine right back as they grab a 3-point lead.
And none other than Bella Manu Moore working hard out there with the 4 fouls.
There she goes once again, and better defense from Rangiora, forcing the ball out of Bella Manu Moore's hands. Ali Parrish to Harper McDonald. Someone must have opened some doors in here. Bit of a breeze.
Yeah, quite aggressive there. Hadley James trying to secure the offensive tūrapa. Just overdid it a little bit, forcing the whistle.
Gonna be a hara there as well. I feel like I've said that a multitude of times. Harper McDonald getting her 3rd hara of the game. Would have liked to see a bit more full court pressure from Rangiora. We saw it early in the game. Worked really well. I think I'd like to see it again, Greg.
I tell you what I do like is the panga takaro of the Manurewa girls. So I like these uniforms, the kakariki.
Yeah, these uniforms are tough. Kuru Fifi Toru on way. No good. Falls into the hands of Abby Prattley. Kyra Leatham finds a gap that she likes. Back out to Grace Tell. Poro reversal. Abby Prattley lets a Kuru Whiwhitoru go. And a travel.
Ooh.
Gonna go back the other way. Very seesaw-esque.
Yeah, Manurewa get the stop that they wanted, they needed. And a chance again to cut into this lead. Slender lead of Rangiora High School.
Great ball reversal. Abby Prattley reading that like a book. And foul stops her from going in her patent transition.
I don't know if you've seen baseline, the moves there of Little Man. I don't know, this was Dance Dance Revolution. Wait, we've got 5 fouls. May have been shooting free throws, however, game to continue.
We're going to have a hold-up of the game here as Kara Lethem got that tough kuru whakau, and I believe it was 5 personal haras. As Waimihi Hitaraka Brown will have to head out of the ball game.
And I feel for Waimihi, she is playing some really good basketball. I was wondering how long she might last out there on the 4 fouls. Always dangerous, and there's still 7.5 minutes left of basketball. Next girl off the ranks, is it Maya? Someone's got to fill those shoes.
Next woman up mentality. Just full short, does that floater there from Shirley to Limu. Abby Prattley directing traffic. Manurewa still in this 2-3 zone that they've been in for the majority of the game. And bottom of the Parapamuri there. Pass gone astray from Grace Tull.
A nice wee crossover there from Grace. She went baseline, tried to create a little spark.
Went to the paipito, that is the baseline in Te Reo Māori. Shirley on the wing, back to Palo Manu Moore. Kuru Whiwhitoru, no good, but Emily Taneta, just a beast on the boards.
The Taneta's working in tandem there. Taisha getting the shot up, Emily getting the turapa.
And a Tapui here, a substitution. Harper McDonald in for Grace Tull. Good to get Harper McDonald back in the action for this business end, like we say. Kuru Totsuku good for Emily.
Yeah, Lethem and McDonald really pivotal wahine toa in this Rangiora side. And with 6:47 on the clock, as you said, good to have them both out there. Oh, we see number 8. Poor Abigail Prattley hit the floor there.
From my understanding, that should be Taisha Taneta's 5th team foul. I mean 5th personal foul. Are we going to see substitution? 5 hara tinanas for Taisha Taneta. So she will also leave the ball game. That hurts.
Yeah, and just not a lot happening just in that particular passage of play in terms of a foul needing to be committed. And Taisha Taneta seems to be a real important figure in this Manurewa side, and now Jindy Lee being called for the foul.
So these hara tinanas proving to be a massive issue for Manurewa down here in the stretch, losing 2 starters to foul trouble, and you know, a couple of haras each for other players as the ball is going to trickle out of bounds.
Maybe the basketball gods have spoken there. Myron shone a bit of light back onto what was a very tough passage of play for Manurewa.
Ball won't be inbounded in the front court. Pai Takaha there. No one touched the ball, so it will be backcourt position for Manurewa.
And who wants to play Kaihara Komore, point guard? To bring the ball up. It will be none other than the Shirley Tuilemu.
6.5 minutes left to go in this ball game. It has been tight all the way through and going to go down to the wire. Emily Tanira buries the Kuru Whiwhi Toru. It's a 1-point game, Greg.
And we got 6 minutes left. There's plenty of points of kohu to come. And Tuilemu, the steal. And she's off. Leatham in front. She dishes off to Jindy Lee. And Manurewa have the lead.
What a change of tune for Manurewa, especially given 2 personal foul endeavours off the bench. But here they go once again. A missed shot for Rangiora, resulting in another possession.
And that tūrapa from Ashford Hendricks. Big from Manurewa. And they're looking for her now on the inside. Doing her best to front her is Hannah Lawler.
Great step through for Bella Manu Moore. Well-disciplined defence for Hadley James. Can they get a bucket here in transition? Harper McDonald draws the header on Emily Tanita. My apologies.
Emily Tanita, a great job there. Sorry, Maya just had the hands up, but brought them down slightly. And it's 4 fouls.
Hara tinanas are the primary issue here for Manurewa. It is very hard to maintain your momentum when you have 2 to 3 starters in foul trouble. And it's going to be a risk here for Emily Tanita. Do you keep her on for 5 minutes to give her a little spell, take her out?
Great question to ask too. And to you, we may have differing opinions, but what I've noticed from Coach Lyndall Tanita is that she does stick with her players, gives them the benefit of potentially the doubt, and leaves them out there. So it will be interesting to see who does come out onto the floor after this timeout is complete. However, just looking down at both ends of the court, we've got everyone, and I mean everyone, tuned in to their respective coaches.
Yeah, it's always good to see rangatahi paying a lot of attention to their coaches. I know sometimes you look in huddles and people are curious as to what's happening over there and who's in the crowd and what person is watching. So it's good to see in this kind of situation, everyone very much locked in. Still 5 minutes of basketball to play. Very important now for both teams to execute. Obviously, it's a very close game and going to continue to be that way. So you don't want to leave many positions going begging.
Yeah, Manurewa will need none other than Emily Tanira to stay out of foul trouble for that 5 minutes, 16 seconds. If I'm Rangiora, I've made a note of that 4th foul and looking to attack, try and exploit any weakness you can find, Maya.
Plenty of trips to the Pai Kuru Tautoku for Rangiora this quarter, and I'm sure they will see many more. Easy steal there for Harper McDonald. Finds Abby Prattley. Down to Hannah Lawler. Back out to Abby. Great ball reversal. Kyra Leatham. No good in the Kuru Whiwhi Toru, sorry. Offensive tūrapa. Could this be Emily Tanita's last foul?
No, I believe that was Hendricks that came in with the save. Just would have been a few hearts and mouths. All 4 fouls on Hendricks now.
It might get to the point where Manurewa don't have any players left.
Yeah, I can see one Wahine Toa there in grey sweatpants. I might have to get her to potentially suit up. Coach Lyndall Tanita might even have to get out there at this rate, but
I think there are a few Wahine who have not seen the floor yet, so there's definitely backups in the bag, but you obviously want to keep your starters on in such a close game.
Nice little screen there from Jindy Lee. Try and open up Tuilemu. And Rangiora have the ball. And as per usual, they are on the fast break, pushing that to the limits, Maya.
Kyra Leatham taking contact. Harper McDonald now down in the lane. Tries to force that mucka, that pass. Bella Manu Moore back to her favoured left hand. Tough off the Papamudi. We're all tied up once again.
And let's see what Rangiora have in the bag. What can they go to? Just trying to move the ball from side to side. See if they can find any holes in that 2-3 zone.
Kuru Whiwhi Toru just off the tapa for Harper McDonald. That's a good shot though.
Oh, indeed. I hope if she gets another one like that, she doesn't hesitate as Tuilemu. Nice up and under. Was able to stop on a dime there, Tuilemu.
And they are back out in front. So despite the Hara Tinana issue, they are leading with just under 4 minutes to go. Harper McDonald, everything but how unfortunate.
Rolled around the tapa there, Maya. The double hoop we see here on our beloved court 4. And Rewa hard as they'd say in the 09.
Good old 09 v 03 battle. Hannah Lawler, great defensive effort. Kyra Leatham all over that one, and she will gain possession for her girls in the black, gold and green.
And it seems to be a little bit questioning here with the GJ Garden team. And great. Oh, as Tuilemu, jump ball.
I don't know if you saw that, Greg, but she actually hid over that side, swooped in as Hadley James caught the ball. You can see that. High IQ play.
I don't know if you've seen Jose from the New Orleans Pelicans.
I have indeed seen that clip.
Yeah, renowned for that. So maybe Tuilemu taking a page out of that book. And Bella Manu Moore, a chance here to extend the lead. Let's see a replay.
Yeah, she wants this win more than anybody, it seems. Kind of feels like she's the only starter not in immediate Hara Tinana issues at the Pai Kuru Tautaku. Misses the first.
That back part of the tupper is unforgiving here on court 4, Maya.
These bloody double rim hoops. Very unforgiving as she misses both Kuru Tautakus.
And Rangiora chance here to push. Manurewa defense back down, chance to set up. Can Rangiora find a gap? Can they make a play?
And Harper McDonald will once again pack her bags and take a trip to the Pai Kuru Tautaku line. Only 2 Haras. Feels like a very small number in comparison to the Hara Tinanas that we've seen for a few of the Manurewa girls.
Tell you what though, if we do see a few more Haras, it could be a very late night here, Maya, as we already started behind.
And we are well and truly behind. This is the 4 o'clock round, the game after I was supposed to have started 20 minutes ago.
No doubt both of those teams will be itching to get on the court, but hey, if you get here early, getting ready for your game, you can't go wrong with being able to just sit there and take in a game like this.
For sure, good to see our Tane along the baseline supporting our Wahine as Bella Manu Moore has an assignment and she is not going anywhere. She is the one penetrating and generating possessions these last couple of minutes.
All we need now is the tupper to be forgiving, and there we go. First one, nothing but net.
52-49 lead, still doable for either side as she buries the second. 53-49, 2 positions behind now are Rangiora.
Both teams in the penalty, so any foul will see free throws.
Great kick out to Hadley James, a clutch kuru whiwhitoru, no good. Abby Prattley, great offensive two-dapper. Another offensive two-dapper.
What a ball. I tell you what, Hannah Lawler just set the table for a feast there. Love a good teammate that is unselfish and gets you a great look.
Bella Manu Moore once again down the lane. You've got to understand the scout. She's going left every single time. And for Rangiora, if they do want to get a win here, they're going to have to push her right. It's a great job for Bella Manu Moore as Rangiora leave that position empty, understanding that she is taking over this game.
What have we got in store here from Manurewa, holding a 4-point lead. Tanera. Woo! That's a tough pakete from Emily Tanera. Playing with foul trouble too.
And she, right on cue, dives into the bench of Tauranga girls. 57-51, we see that clutch bucket there. A 6-point lead for Manurewa.
It's always a bit scary when the ball goes past when you're on that opposite court. You got your back to the court. It's another thing if an actual fully fledged human being comes your way, Maya.
It is going to be Manurewa possession. And a timeout for Rangiora. So there must have been a tip off Rangiora's hands out of bounds.
Yeah, huge call in the scheme of things. What we would have potentially seen there was Rangiora a chance to try and get the get back on this 6-point lead. However, it's going to be none other than Manurewa High with possession and a chance to extend.
It's surprising, you know, given that there was the foul issues for almost 3 starters here for Manurewa. So the way that they've been able to overcome that issue, and thanks to Bella, Manu Moore and Emily Tanera, they have been the superstars of these last couple of minutes. Can't forget the efforts of Shirley Tuilimu. Been very impressed with the way they have completely overcome the trouble.
I tell you what, we've got 90 seconds left of game time, and if Manurewa do go on to win this, I tell you what, this has been an absolutely gritty win, and they have dug deep and put in a huge performance. Obviously plenty of time on the clock, but just have to say I've been really impressed with the high work rate and ethic from the Manurewa girls today.
1,000%. You're welcome, Greg. So much mana from these young wahine. McDonald will steal that one away. Thank you very much. A bucket very much needed here. Hannah Lawler leaves that one short. And they really, really would like that one back.
Yeah, that bucket would have been huge in the scheme of things. A nice cut here from Tanera. Finds Tuilimu.
And slips out of the hands of Jin D. Lee. That wahike before from Rangiora, allowing them to drop a position for this exact situation.
Ball went through a few hands there, so by the time it may have got to Jin D. Lee, could have been a bit slippery. Some tired bodies out there. Lactic acid is burning. However, Rewa, ball in hand, pushing the pace too. Clock can be used to their advantage if they would like. Can't hold it though, can you, Maya? You need to get something. Big screen from Jindy Lee.
Unexpected. As Bella Manu Moore could really sign, seal, deliver the game with the bucket. Cannot. Rangiora essential to get a bucket here. And it's going to have to be a Kuru Fifi Toru. Kyra Leatham understanding the assignment. Abby Prattley, great rebound. Oh, just off the tapa there. Big Kuru Tautuku's on the way.
Tell you what, Leatham shot, as we see on the replay, almost down, and that would have put some real pressure on Manurewa. Great hit there from Abigail Prattley. Moves Rangiora a step closer.
I believe that Astrid Henricks now, that's her 5th foul. So the 3rd foul out of the game for Manurewa.
Hey, with 20 seconds on the clock, you've got 5 fouls, you may as well use them, but as you said, you need the right personnel out there. Let's see if Manurewa can hold on. Rangiora pushing, trying to force an error.
And having to foul and send Bella Manu Moore to the Paikuru Tautuku line. The intricacies of these last few possessions become a huge challenge.
I do like the sportswomanship there from Latham. I knew she had to intentionally foul to stop the clock. Just gave Bella Manu Moore, who just made that free throw, just gave her a little friendly smile and acknowledgement that, hey, yep, I did have to wrap you up. I didn't want to, but I had to.
As bangs the second Kuru Tautaku clutch plays. Big time players do big time things, and Bella Manu Moore is a big time player. A 6-point lead for Manurewa feels slightly out of touch for Rangiora. Still doable. They have a play here to draw up out of the Waiheke, but it's going to be tough.
I tell you what, they might want to check the temperature there of Bella Manu Moore, because she has ice in her veins, Maya.
Indeed.
2 huge free throws there, and Rangiora a chance here to take the ball, get down the court. I'm thinking we're in that zone now of, has to be a 3. We're looking for the 3.
Yeah, for sure. They'll have the chance to advance the ball, fortunately, out of this Waiheke. They've got to get a quick Kuru Whiwhi Toru. You imagine, then they foul and try to get position once again. But definitely a tough ask for this Rangiora team. A great tail end of this quarter for Manurewa, understanding the assignment and not dropping heads whatsoever when they had those foul issues, and have played with a lot of composure.
Couldn't have seen any better myself. The composure there from Manurewa, facing a real difficult period there where a few fouls that, you know, didn't go their way, could have pouted. You did see a technical foul and things could have gone one way, but full credit to these Wahine Toa. They just kept the composure, and a chance here if they get a stop, Maya, they'll ice the game.
Gonna have to get a Kuru Whiwhi Toru up, and the clock did not start properly, but nonetheless, it's going to go a foul against Manurewa. So 2 Kuru Tautakus. I lie. 2 Kuru Tautakus for Manurewa. Foul on Hannah Lawler.
I'll tell you what, just away from play there, poor Chindi Lee is taking a headbutt there from her own teammate, but a friendly fire from Shirley Tuilemu.
Ouch.
Yeah, it did look painful. The only reason why I'm smiling is because Chindi Lee herself is smiling. She can see the comedy in that as we see. Who's that going to the line? It is Tuilemu.
Clutch buckets here, and it feels as though this is near impossible for the Rangiora girls. Manurewa looking stoked with their efforts at the business end of this game. Tuilemu buries the second, and that is an 8-point lead, 8 seconds to go.
I would have held my free throw release there, Maya, just to let the people know.
Kuru Whiwhi Toru feels a little too late as a full court heave, and the game will end. Manurewa with a 61-56 clutch win. Massive congratulations to Manurewa there. St. Thomas and St. Kitts shortly to follow. Thank you all for watching, and we'll see you soon.
Okay. Yes. Okay. Yeah.
This isn't about long-distance calling, technology, or living overseas.
Do I have one more bid? Thank you.
We're going to go once. We're going twice.
And we are sold to the Kiwi phone bidder from Manchester.
It's about Bailey's finding buyers that others can't.
Kia whānau, Easy Batch here from the Tall Blacks. Can you guess where we're at today? Still don't know? Here's a little hint. Look, if you don't know now, I don't know what to tell you. Sick Neighbour Hoops is back at it again with the Hoops and Parks Bluff Edition. Come get you some oysters and shoot some hoops.
Kia ora, I'm Alan, work for Awaroa Whānau Services. We just got this main event on of opening up the new hoop here for the local kids. Just lights up their faces, eh?
So it's super important that we have this hoop down here in Bluff because it makes it accessible for all our young people and helps keep them in the game and play basketball.
As you can see, we've got a wonderful hoop behind us. How do you think this is going to positively affect the community having this new hoop here?
Probably for like people who just want to play basketball and like skate around or something like that.
More people come down, get out of the house, and yeah.
Wonderful. And there you have it. Coming in live from Bluff.
This hoop means a lot to the Bluff community. Being a smaller drive away from where they usually have to travel to play, it means that all the local people can come up and put up some shots.
So Hoops and Parks, our vision is to have a hoop in the heart of every community, and I think that's what we're doing here today down in Bluff. Thanks to the help with Chick and Neighbour Hoops, we're trying to make basketball more accessible, get into those more isolated communities, and good example, today in Bluff.
At Apollo Projects, we create better outcomes because we never make any assumptions. Like at this dairy dryer. The cladding on the building that houses the dairy dryer needed to be replaced. So they called us up. First, we inspected the cladding. The cost implications of shutting the dryer down were huge, particularly from the loss of production, which is much higher than the actual reclad costs. So we came together as a team. We said, why don't we replace the cladding while the dryer is still operational? No one had ever done that before, which meant working with the client on hygiene requirements. We wrapped the dryer in 2 layers to create a hygiene envelope, while the old panels were removed and the new ones installed, all while the dryer continued to work. By thinking outside the square and working as a team, the project was completed with no disruption to production, and it was a world first. Apollo Projects. No assumptions, better outcomes.
Morena, beautiful people.
Look at me! Look at her!
Hee-haw! Hee-haw!
Bang.
Too much.
Sounds ominous. Keep our kaumatua cool.
Oh, you went all the way to the KKK, eh?
No.
Hurry up! Okay.
Make Māori Plus your mate. Download the app today.
Hey. Sport is about more than just a game. It's about going from teammates to best mates. It's the high fives and helping hands. That's why Caltex is proud to help fuel school sports.
I'm Jason Bill, and we farm around the Mid-North. We took a review of our business a couple of years ago, sort of identified challenges that we had. One was profitability, and we'd noticed on our steep hill country we're getting more and more erosion. We looked around to diversify, looked at forestry to plant on our steeper country. For us, it really addressed those concerns. By doing the forest farm model, we feel like we're getting the best of both worlds. And I'm really excited, and I really do believe in this model. I think it's the way of the future.
Feel the mana.
Can I get a hiya?
Te mai pokano.
Do you know what it's like to be in a body that you can't connect to?
I'm not your brother.
You are a boy and not a girl. Whatever it is, I'm here for you.
Make Māori Plus your mate. Download the app today.
an opportunity that we can't pass on.
No mai, haere mai, welcome to day 2 of the Basketball New Zealand Secondary School Nationals here in Palmerston North, the Central Energy Trust Arena. It has been a jam-packed 2 days of basketball and it is not stopping any time soon. St Thomas take on St Kinnigan College. Maya Williamson alongside Greg Elliott. A battle of the 09 and a battle of the 03, and we've got an 09 and an 03 commentator here. Greg, how are you?
Hey, you couldn't have scheduled it any better, Maya. How good is it to be here? And this is going to be a huge clash. As you said, the North versus the South, 2 powerhouses here. And I tell you what, seats are being taken here behind us. The crowd is filing in. Tip-off about to start. We should have some team lists for you shortly. All right, St Kent's College, Cooper Lepo, Charlie Hughes, Hunter Taratna, Jamie Griffin, Cooper Taratna, Ryan Dugan, Ari Taylor, Ruben Spooner, Finn Jorgensen, Kolo Liku, Harold King, coached by the athlete Josh Davis, assisted by Stefan Bilio.
And for St Thomas of Canterbury College, we have Nathaniel Pungi Ban, Caleb Clarkson, Mana Martin, Dino Swainson, Riwa Simons, Jack Farley, Tiaki Smith, Jackson McIntyre, Makaidi Papuni and Leo Swainson, coached by long-serving Joe Hammond, who mentioned the other day there's almost 10 nationals for him. I believe he said, might have said 7, and assistant coached by Darren Simons. So for St Kinnigan College, a relatively good showing for them so far. 1-1 after day 1. Had a win over Westlake Boys in overtime yesterday, 103-98, and then a narrow loss to Wellington College, 94-113.
Oh, I tell you what, I got to witness that Westlake versus St Kent's game. They dug themselves into a small hole with 3.5 on the clock, down 2. Taratna got a transition, relatively easy basket of all the people. Taratna tied the game up and then went into overtime. And what was amazing about that, talking to Josh Davis, is that St Kent's hadn't beaten Westlake at all during the season up there in the 09. So huge victory for them. And they'll be looking to carry on today. However, St Thomas of Canterbury College will not go down lightly.
Absolutely not. Key players to watch here for St Thomas would be Mana Martin, a member of the New Zealand Under-17 World Cup team. That is number 4. And for St Kinnigan College, Hunter Tiratana and Cooper Lepo, who had phenomenal showings yesterday, a couple of 37 bombs. So super excited to see what we can witness today. Right on cue, Cooper Lepo will let one Kudu Whiwhi Toru go.
Yeah, Cooper Lepo in 2 games, 60-plus points for him. And we're underway here in the scoring department.
Hunter Tiratana with that turnaround jumper, also a member of the New Zealand Under-17 World Cup team. And younger brother with the defensive assignment on Mana Martin, no catch. And we'll see a moving screen to open the offensive position for St Thomas.
And the elder Taratna Valence played for the Auckland Stars back in the day with Carl Neuer. So a bit of a connection there too. And Carl Neuer coaching the Westlake team, who St Kent's to beat in overtime. However, the new opponent today, St Thomas of Canterbury College, and Mana Martin is a name that I have heard big things about.
Yeah, Mana Martin is a talented young man, obviously, like I said, in that New Zealand group, been a DP with the Canterbury Rams this year. And yeah, super talented guy, going a lot in his game, shoots the ball well, gets to the rack well, and you know, you can see the respect to him getting that no catch assignment with Cooper. Caleb Clarkson left all alone.
One of my favourite words actually in reo Maya is mana. So when I saw the name Mana Martin, I thought, he will accomplish big things.
Indeed, encompasses a lot of mana as Rewa gets the scoring underway for St. Thomas. No good on that Kuru Whiwhituru there.
Great to see both Taratanas out there too, Cooper and Hunter.
3 bites of the cherry and no packet there for Rewa Simons. Skip pass over to Charlie Hughes, who can't convert.
Just a bit of a fight there for the rebound between Mana Martin and the Dino Swenson.
Over to the corner, picked off by Rewa Simons.
St Kitts having to go with their, I believe, alternate unit in the grey.
KC onto his left hand, just cannot convert. Makaidi Papuni. Oh, Cooper Tiratna coming out of nowhere to try for the taupare, but Papuni will go to the Paikuru Tautaku.
See the replay there. What's not ideal is the 1 and 11 singlets both being worn by the Taratnas. So it looked like it was Hunter that came across. You saw the white. I don't blame you at all.
They look they're not twins, right?
I don't believe.
I think Cooper is the younger brother, but they do look very alike.
I'll tell you what, Hunter's put together a huge season, and so has Cooper, both part of the Waitakere West A squad up there in the 09.
Back the other way goes Hunter Tiratna. Great ball reversal. Ball back to Kupalapo. 37 bomb yesterday. Looking to go possibly even one better. Using that ghost screen. Getting at the rim.
Hobbling a bit was Cooper. Sorry, it was after that Westlake game. So it's good to see him looking to move freely. As you said, 37 yesterday and then 27 versus Westlake. If he can get the ball going, Maya through the hoop could be, timeout called.
Wahike here for Josh Davis very early on. And a very encouraging sign for St. Thomas, who went down big yesterday. 59-112 to Wellington College and 56-102 to Napier Boys. So 2 big losses for St. Thomas yesterday. So very inspiring that they've come out today with a good mindset and feeling very encouraged to begin this ball game. What do you think the adjustments are coming out of this Wahike for Josh Davis and St. Kinnigan College?
I tell you what, knowing Josh quite well, that mind is ticking over a mile a minute. He's been conjuring up schemes on top of schemes and thinking about what the other team's going to be bringing to the table and how we're going to counter that. So that brain never stops working with Josh Davis. So I don't know. I think something we've seen quite often in the games we've commentated so far, Maya, is that early feeling out process. Hey, we've seen what's happening. Sometimes we might start to fall out of what works well for us. We might be starting to play at the tempo of the other team. Let's just take a timeout, talk about it, realise what's going on, and come back out here and see what happens. If you're down here at St Thomas of Canterbury, what are your thoughts?
Filling out process, probably the same thing. I guess they'd be super encouraged by the fact that they are leading right now, despite Mana Martin getting that full denial treatment. So just keep doing the same thing until it goes away, then they'll make adjustments based off of that. We're back underway with the action. Cooper Lapo with ball in hand, using that punch screen. A little flare for Hunter. It's so hard to get their names right, but the tough spin move there from Hunter.
Yeah, Taratna always got his hand in the lane. We saw an amazing dunk in game 1. Nice little lay there. Easy 2 for Taratna.
Yeah, glides through the air and finishes it on the front of the tapa just like that. Now back out in front. And Cooper not even looking at the play, just ensuring Mana Martin does not catch the ball. Little fadeaway jumper there for Rewa. Nice touch.
I think it was Simon's nice little fall away jumper. He gets his account open.
Great patience here. Little punch up screen for Cooper Lepo. He's being defended well at the moment.
Yeah, if they can clamp Cooper up, that'll be huge to go towards the, as we get to that business end of things that we like to talk about, Maya. Diving on the ball, though, is none other than Ari Taylor.
Kuru Whiwhi Toru just off. So a good start defensively for St. Thomas. KC coming off the handoff in the corner. Mana Martin can't get the ball at the moment, and Dino Swainson whistled for the travel.
Just overdoing things a little bit there, Dino Swainson, but I like the aggression. Let's see what we can do if we really attack. It's harder to St. Kennigan's defence.
No luck for Cooper Lepo today, missing the Kuru Whakau. Chance for Caleb Clarkson now, dropping off to Dino Swainson. Didn't even look at the basket.
What a find. What an absolute dime there. And Dino, again, the beneficiary of the table being laid.
Cooper will let that fly off the DHO. Oh, everything but. And that Kuru Whiwhi Toru and Ari Taylor getting his hands in the mix on the two-dupper, but foul will go against Makaidi Papuni.
I will tell you one thing, Myers. I spoke to Josh and head coach of St. Kitts, and they were scheduled to warm up on the main court, and so this is where they're meant to be playing. So just because of the double tupper, he said no, we're not practicing on the main. We want to get our practice done here on this court with these hoops. So,
and rightfully so. The difference in the hoops on the show court compared to the court 4, completely different. And the way you shoot your shot and the angle that you try to drop the ball in, very different. So, you know, a valid call there from Coach Josh Davis.
It's good to see, though, like, you know, just that next level thought process of, unsportsmanlike?
Unsportsmanlike foul called by Dylan Mead of Otago.
Let's be able to see replay there of what transpired.
So he's deciding that's a hara mahi marika, which is what we call an intentional / unsportsmanlike foul. It's going to be 2 Kuru Tautakus. See that again.
I tell you
Look,
what.
with all due respect, Greg, I don't know how I feel about that.
With all due respect, I think you might be the face of Whakata Māori soon. That pronunciation of the unsportsmanlike foul was incredible, but just to go towards the unsportsmanlike all that. Hey, is it the referee? He's from Otago. I've got to go with him.
He's from Otipotu, so he must be right. Off the back tupper on the second Kuru Tautaku there.
Have you ever met a male from Otipoti that is in the wrong, Maya?
Many males from Otipoti that are in the wrong. Have I ever met one that's in the right? I think that's the better question there, mate.
As Tarata inbounds to Lepo. Back to the action here on the Majestic Court 4 at Central Trust Arena here in Palmerston North.
Ball goes flying into the stands from Hunter Tiratna there. Right idea to get the skip pass to the corner as Jamie Griffin will be out first Tāpui for St. Kennigan's.
I know a lot of the Auckland Tuatara like to train at the St. Kitts gym, and I can see that Hunter Tiratna definitely has been in there lifting because that was an absolute bullet.
He was part of that wider squad for the Auckland Tuatara this year, who had a relatively successful campaign till they came across the mighty Canterbury Rams in the Sal's NBL final.
I also tell you what, Hunter did a fantastic job representing us at the Under-17 World Cup.
He has been in that Cup squad for the last 3 years of their campaign, I believe. Oceania, Asia, and the World Cup. A very impressive campaign for him. And speaking to Coach Leighton Haddleton, he had all very good things to say about Hunter.
I saw Leighton doing the rounds earlier. We'll have to catch up with him at some stage. As you saw, a beautiful picture with none other than Tama Isaac and Jerome Isaac, with another good-looking chap in that photo too.
Who was that?
I don't know who it was. It could have been, may have been me, but yeah, it was nice to obviously someone else that contributed to that Under 17 World Cup team. We got Hayden Jones and many more players, that were from that team too. So a lot of talent has gathered here in Palmy Maya.
And talent just like that. A lead taken back for St. Thomas. Little ghost screen opening the lane for Kupa Lepo, and that is the Kupa Lepo that we know and love. An easy kudu whakau to open his personal bank account for today's matchup.
Up with the right, finish with the left. This is the first time actually getting to see, as we see Rewa Simons with the kuruwhiwhi toro.
And a little point and a wink at Mana Martin just to put the cherry on top.
And it looked like you were very well in the know with the coaching staff here of St Thomas of Canterbury.
Yeah, been good mates with Joe Hammond for a while, as Kupa Lepo will miss that kudu whiwhi toru, but Joe Hammond definitely a legend of the game and served a lot for Canterbury basketball and St Thomas basketball over the years. As Hunter Tiratana lets that mucka, that pass, go a little astray.
It's no wonder the aroha flows for you, Mai, whenever I'm around you, just seeing and bearing witness to how you are treated. Compliments like that would go a long, long way.
Stop it, Greg. Tooting my horn too much, my head's going to be too big by the time we get out of the stadium, as Hunter Tiratana with probably the easiest packet there of today's matchup. Nice little floater.
Yeah, if that Lepo to Ratna connect is on today, that's dangerous. Oh, great little midi there.
The kudu piki, the little jumper for KC, a 3-point lead for St Thomas. Kind of unexpected, I have to say.
I'm sure St Kitts were very heavily favoured going into this game, but I tell you what, St Thomas of Canterbury College, no one told them that.
Yeah, they have the clear assignment here, just giving it 100% as we see that little step back Bobby Jack for Caleb Clarkson on that last possession.
And that is sometimes it too, Maya. On paper, you can have a phenomenal team, and I'm not knocking St Kitts at all, but you never know. Sometimes you can show up, and if it's a team performance, let's see what happens. As a backcourt there forced by St Thomas.
Just going over the Pai Wet Hiriwa, the centre line. Only one hara this quarter for St Kennigan, up to 4 for St Thomas. Bit of a difference in the discipline there.
Only a 3-point game, 2 minutes 23 left on the time.
Great hustle there for Leo Swainson. He's part of the under-15 Canterbury team that placed 3rd this year at the under-16 Nationals.
And is that the Swainson brothers, Leo and Dino?
It is indeed. Little exit screen for Mana Martin. Has to put up a shot with 3 seconds. Stops on a dime, but overzealous. Frustrated clap to himself as St Kennigans will come up with possession here.
Yeah, I'm sure Mana has very high standards. So I'd like to have seen that one go through the net, just to calm the nerves, get things going. It is the bright lights of court 4. It can get you, Maya.
Bright lights in the big city.
Flashing lights, P naughty. The thriving metropolis, Palmerston North, playing host to some phenomenal poisa kohu. New Zealand emerging, upcoming talent on display.
Oh, massive toot-upper there for Harlan King. Couldn't get the touch off the Papamuri. Mana Martin beating that pressure, trying to drop the dime down to Jack Farley. But pass again a little astray.
I'm noticing the ink on the left forearm, the Taratna brothers. However, I just saw Harlan King, something similar there too. Just keep an eye on that. Why something a bit different looking out? Something, as commentators, we do notice.
Do you know what that is for? Oh my God. just Hunter showing his bounce.
I tell you what, I'll show you at half time. There was a dunk brought to you by our Basketball New Zealand social media team. Just floating around. I tell you what, Hunter Taratna, if you see him in open space, look out.
Get out the way.
Yeah, could be a poster.
Yeah, he is for sure an athlete, as we're going to watch that back to the miss. Kuru Whakau and Hunter Taratna just very much keen to throw that one back down, as we can see our little Caltex sponsor in the left-hand corner. Shout out to Caltex and all of our other sponsors, Foot Locker, Bailey's Apollo Project in New Zealand, Carbon Farming, and of course Whakaata Māori, our broadcast rights. If you know someone who does go above and beyond for the game of Poitikohu here in Aotearoa, feel free to nominate them for the Caltex Good Sport Award. Nominate them on the Basketball New Zealand social media. Entries close tomorrow night at midnight, so chuck a name in the hat.
I'll tell you what, if you're friends or family with any of the volunteers here, please, please, please get their name in, because they're doing a phenomenal job. As we've reiterated throughout the time we've been here, Maya, none of this is possible without them. So you see Cooper Taratna just leave one there on the tapa.
Dino Swainson, a lot of contact in transition, not getting whistled for the hara. And a baseline out of bounds play here. Inbound to Jack Farley. Back to Leo Swainson, exit screen for Caleb Clarkson, handoff.
Oh, Mana Martin there. Nice baseline cut.
Mana's going to let it fly from deep. Kuru Whiwhi Toru.
No tupper there whatsoever. Wow, that was all net. And how good will that feel for Mana Martin?
Yeah, good for him to see something go through the bottom of the net, as Cooper Taratna taking his turn at getting to the tupper.
Yeah, I could see there frustration on Cooper's face that he didn't finish that one. I almost may have looked to have done the old wall slap. However, I am seeing a bit of that tape on the left hand, so hopefully no slapping of any walls with that, because walls are unforgiving, Maya.
You have experience in smacking walls.
I don't know if you know about Amari Stoudemire a wee while ago. He punched a fire extinguisher, had him out of the NBA for quite some time. So, yeah, just objects like that, best to probably stay away from, as we see Martin being pressured over there.
Cooper Taratna doing a good job, does Mana Martin, at putting him in jail.
Yeah, once you get someone on the back there, isn't it, Maya, you can maybe slow the pace down, keep them there, and look to use that to your advantage. You'd know all about that, being a traditional point guard.
Indeed, a point guard myself. Love putting people in jail, as Mana Martin releases the Kuru Whiwhi Toru, and back-to-back hutters for Cooper Taratna there. Very frustrated. Love to see a replay of that call, if possible, as we're going to have to take another look. And
got in the airspace, landing space, sorry.
Yeah, got in his landing space, and you don't really need to take out his feet as long as you can just contest the shot.
And that will see Kolo Liku into the fray. Cooper Taratna, 2 early fouls.
2 more Kuru Tautakus for Mana Martin here. Bangs a second.
Yeah, he's seen the 3 fall, now free throw.
And off the back tupper, so 1 from 3 uncharacteristic shooting. Has a full court heave from Charlie Hughes. No good, and that's all she wrote for the first quarter here. St. Thomas up 20-16. What have you enjoyed from the first quarter?
What I've thoroughly enjoyed is just hearing about St. Kenton and how they go about their business, very methodical, and just seeing this St. Thomas of Canterbury College, knowing they've got a few high-name players. I didn't really know what to expect I thought just going off what his St Kitts has done in Auckland, hey, anywhere else in the country might be in trouble, but St Thomas of Canterbury have answered the call, and they've been really impressive. You don't seem too surprised.
No, I mean, I've seen them all year, and I've been pleasantly surprised with the way they play. They have some good moving pieces outside of Mana Martin that play some nice basketball, and they have good attitude, and they just really go hard. And when they start off well, I know they have a lot of confidence in themselves, and that helps to carry them through. So they'll be happy with the way that they started. And keeping Kupalapo pretty quiet in the first quarter is an impressive feat, given that, like we said, he scored 37 and 27 yesterday. Not quite what you expect from Kupalapo to be so quiet in the first quarter. So I think they'll be happy with that. But equally, St Kentigern's still a good quarter for them. You know, only trailing by 4, making Mana Martin somewhat non-effective in a few positions. So they could be happy with their start as well.
Yeah, definitely nullifying Mana Martin would have probably been at the top of the shopping list for Josh Davis. Likes to stay within his own schemes and not get too involved in what the other team is doing, but sometimes you got to check out the scout, see what the other team is going to be bringing to the table, and as you said, just big plays being made by St Thomas of Canterbury. They're getting on that offensive glass. Two-uppers available for them. Just putting pressure on St Kitts, and it'll be really interesting to see in the second quarter how they react to that pressure.
100%. I mean, there I go, saying 100% again.
It brings a smile to my face every time without doubt.
Just making you feel extremely validated. You know what I mean? Just trying to make you feel really good about yourself.
I appreciate that. I tell you what, after 6 days of intense poitsakohu, I'm going to need every little part of that I can get along the way.
Yeah, may not be giving it to you on Saturday, but, you know, we'll see.
6 days of living together.
Yikes. Shout out, though, to Whakata Māori for, 3 quarts of live stream for a majority of this tournament, dropping down just to the Fly Palmy live stream as we get to the tail end of this tournament for Friday and Saturday. But a massive tournament and a massive showing from Whakata Māori and all their crew making this possible.
I think especially as commentators, we can't stress how important it is. There's a great take there by KC, Caleb Clarkson, but just can't over or underappreciate how much it is to go from 1 televised court to 2 last year to now 3. So I'll tell you what, kia ora and thank you Whakata Māori. And how good is the camera crew? Fantastic.
Yeah, the camera crew are very awesome, getting us nice angles, getting us our replays. And yeah, the quality of the broadcast equally as important. Being a broadcaster myself, I'm very specific on how good the quality of the broadcast is, especially for these rangatahi. You want to make it as good as possible for the whānau watching at home. And Whakata Māori done a great job.
I thought I recognised you from the NBL prowess.
All right, let's move on from that. Focus on the young rangatahi we have in front of us. And the great defense being played on Mana Martin. KC with the kuru whawhitoru no.
Great elevation there on the turapa by Hunter Taratna. A lot of bounce in those legs. Gets his own rebound and finishes. Tough pakete from Taratna.
My favourite thing about that was obviously the nice finish off the Papamuri, but the immediate leg free getting in denial against Mana Martin. He didn't even bat an eye at the fact that he just made a tough bucket. He was straight to playing defence.
I'm looking forward to seeing how the legs are, 2 games a day. I guess at this age, none of that is a factor whatsoever, but let's see how the bodies are feeling. 6 days of intense competition here for the AA men's and AA wahine.
Yeah, it's a massive tournament, and fatigue starts to set in as Kupalapo catching fire from beyond the arc. That could be dangerous.
I tell you what, I was waiting to see, we saw 37 points yesterday from Cooper. Been quiet so far. Is that enough to get him started?
Tio Swainson off the Papamuri and off Tapa. Great hustle for the two-upper there from Kolo Liku.
Tell you what, the body hit the floor, but he's been called for a travel. He put a lot on the line there, and unfortunately the ball back to St Thomas of Canterbury.
Trailing by 1 now, 8 minutes to go in the second quarter. Rewa likes this matchup. Going into the contact off the Papamuri, and an offensive foul whistled against Rewa, I believe. Back the other way for St Kitts.
And what do St Kitts have in store for us with an offensive set in the half court?
Nice little double screen, and whistled for a moving screen is Kolo Liku. And based on my experience from the GJ Gardner Holmes Team Grey this tournament, there is a massive intention to look very carefully at those moving screens and making sure they're completely legal.
Yeah, I tell you what, as we talked about earlier, and I know all too well, there's a couple of, as we see a errant pass there from Dino Swedson. All it takes is a little part of a moving screen can really take apart the body. I tell you what, especially when it's one of those bigger players, and say setting a screen on a guard like yourself, could be trouble.
100%, it can be very dangerous, so it is important that these guys set legal screens and also give defenders, as we see, another moving screen, this time on Kupalapo. You know, obviously you want to give defenders an honest chance to be able to guard the screen with the effective screen coverage that they want, as we see Kupalapo there just putting his chest out a little bit, and Dylan Mead not having any of it.
I saw Cooper try and speak to Dylan Mead and gave the old singlet tug. Just say, hey, my singlet's being held, what do you expect me to do? So
nice little pull-up J there for Caleb Clarkson, regaining the lead for St Thomas. Hunter Tiratna. Oh my goodness. Another
offensive foul, and when you talked about clamping down, Maya, you did not exaggerate or anything there.
Kolo Liku now on 3 because he's just received back-to-back moving screen calls. That is 3 moving screen calls in 3 possessions. That might be one of the only times I've seen that in my career in basketball.
Yeah, and the beautiful thing there was about that, just you saying that the referees are doing a bigger effort to get it out of the game, and we saw 3 in a row.
Kudu Fifituru on ways, and that's a great answer there for Charlie Hughes. Despite all the adversity they've faced, those last 3 possessions, good to see a Kudu Fifituru go down.
Now, nice there for Charlie Hughes. See that go through, a little stop and pop. Oh, huge defense play by Harlan King.
Massive toe buddy there, disallowing the easy look. Cooper Lepo, step back to Hunter Tiratana to wide open Harlan King. Now that's basketball. As KC will come back the other way, handling that pressure well. Oh, leaves his defender like a house on the side of the road. Offensive two-dapper falls the way not of St Thomas. Took a blink and it was out of bounds. St Kennigan's ball.
Shout out to Stevie Cousins again with another great piece of information. Hunter Tiratna is in year 12 and Cooper Tiratna year 11.
So we've got some young boys in this team, and looks like it's going to be a good returning squad for next year. Sling pass over to Ruben Spooner, back to Charlie Hughes, way off.
Yeah, nothing but in on his last attempt, Charlie, so green light to get one up. Great step through on none other than Rewa Simons, and he's impressed.
He has impressed me so far. A couple of tough buckets, all on his left hand, but why not as Cooper Lepo lets one fly. And Mana Martin back the other way. Nice to see him with ball in hand. Gives it up. Back to Rewa.
That matchup too, Maya Taratna and Mana Martin. Things you love to see.
Oh, tough bucket there for Rewa. And Kupalapo now with a chance to answer Hunter Taratna. Over to Ruben Spooner off the tapa.
Good to see the trust in the teammates. Driving and kicking, looking for the open player for the Kuruwhiwhi Toru.
And speaking of Speaking of Kuruwhiwhi Toru, it's a very early one for KC as Hunter Taratna gets the hoop and the harm ties things up, and we'll go to the Paikuru Tautaku for a single free throw.
Yeah, just sized Mana Martin up there. Rewarded again for the energy, the attacking of the tapa.
My mistake, St Kennegans will be out in front now with that bucket. A chance to extend the lead to 3 with a made Kuru Tautaku. Yes, he is never going to miss those, as he Hunter Taratna, a very experienced and composed player.
Yeah, first real chance to get a good look at Taratna and Mana Martin. I'm not going to lie, Taratna was flirting with that landing space once again of Mana Martin. He did hit the deck.
He very much ate that one for lunch, though. You could taste it as a clutch shot there from Mana Martin, tying things back up. Obviously got to be careful on the closeout. Mana Martin is seeking those as he drives into bodies. Oh, tough Kuruwhiwhi Toru attempt.
Look to try and draw some attention from Harlan King.
Oh.
Cooper Taratna back out there too, on the 2 fouls. So Coach Josh Davis will be saying, hey, make sure you wall up on defense. Travel called.
And as you've seen, Hunter Taratna now with the defensive assignment on Mana. So a smart move to get Cooper back in the game, but taking them out of that high-pressure situation against Mana where he may be likely to foul.
See a replay there. The step through, the reverse. Lovely finish from Taratna.
Side on ball there, brother-to-brother action. Oh, a little overzealous. Trying to get that high pick up and the ball just flying out of bounds.
I'll tell you what as well, for a year 11 student, Cooper Taratna, he's got that basketball physique and is only going to fill out and I'm sure get bigger and better.
Makaidi Papuni into traffic. Another taupare from the kaipare. A block from the defender. Hunter using his footwork, finding his way, but no luck.
Yeah, the unforgiving. The call for, as we see, Mana Martin, and one.
Mana Martin is tough buckets, man.
Another one that I was really looking forward to seeing, as you said, part of that wider Canterbury Rams squad. And he has not disappointed. Couple of big, one big Kuruwhiwhi Toru. And has attacked the basket, been rewarded. And look at that, Maya, we've got 33 plays 30, one possession game.
Look, I'm not 100% sure again that score is totally correct. 2 points were awarded to St Kennegans when they got that layup. May be correct at that point now. Nevertheless, we digress as Rewa Simon steps back. Ooh. And hits the tough Kuruwhiwhi Toru. Goodness
That's what I love. You see the passion. He talked to everyone. Tell him about it. Let's go, Rewa.
Massive heat check as Cooper Taratna can't get the heat check of his own going, and all things the boys in blue at the moment.
No, I tell you what, this St Thomas of Canterbury College are here to play and mix things up. Taratna, a chance here with bringing the ball up. Bit of pick and roll. Not much roll, but attacking.
Yeah. Ball on a string for Taratna, all tied up once again. Like a seesaw today. A lot of lead changes. Mana looking to split the double team. Well defended by St Kentigin. And Hara whistled against Harlan King.
And we're going to see the reintroduction of Cooper Lepo. And we've got Ari Taylor out there as number 6. Charlie Hughes will take a seat. And Harlan King will also come out of the game. And Ruben Spooner.
McGarty, Papuni there. Sorry, Jack Farley missing his first Kuru Tautaku.
Jamie Griffin as well in the 12 singlet, I believe. Yep.
Cooper Taratna here leading the point. Hunter Taratna on the wing. And nice back-to-back right-hand Kuru Whakaus for Hunter Taratna.
Cool as you like. Great move to the tapa from Taratna. And Mana Martin does not hesitate, not afraid to pull.
Caleb Clarkson trying to get that turnaround jumper to go. Oh, and gets the nice little touch off the front tapa. We're all tied up.
He's another one that's made some big-time plays for St Thomas. As Lepo.
Speaking of big-time players, gets the clutch go-ahead bucket. A couple of positions left.
Earlier we saw the right to left finish. That was the left to right, so ambidextrous Cooper Lepo.
Massive toot-upper there, and one last possession in this first half of the Palmerston New Zealand Secondary School Nationals Boys AA pool game. The ball will, to no surprise, be in the hands of Hunter Taratna.
Time has flown, I can't believe it's almost half-time. I'm even caught off guard.
Time flies when you have fun, and a bucket to finish the half for St Kentigin College. Ari Taylor, the beneficiary of a dime there from Cooper Lepo. 41-37. Let's take a quick look at that before we head to our half-time break. Clutch plays here, and a great first half of basketball. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be right back on the other side.
This is a solid region, I reckon.
They're the OGs.
It's a banger.
Make Māori Plus your mate. Download the app today.
At Apollo Projects, we create better outcomes because we never make any assumptions. Like this sports facility. The client sent out their brief. And when it came to the 4 submissions, we impressed the client with a proposal that went over and above. Because we'd done things differently. We'd pulled together a team of experts, looked around the world for inspiration, and exceeded the client brief. We even brought it in on budget by reducing fees and prioritizing function over form. At Apollo, we're more innovative, create specialist project teams, deliver on our promises, and build to the budget. Apollo Projects. No assumptions, better outcomes.
This isn't an ad four-wheel drives. It's about knowing the place, as well as the locals.
You found the place. That's a good start. Built by my great-grandfather 20 years ago.
I'm Trevor Johnson and I'm a sheep and beef farmer from the Forgotten World Highway. Some of the country we bought was quite steep and difficult. We have pushed those blocks to pine trees. 1,000 hectares into forest and 7,000 hectares will stay in grazing. To me, it's just the best use of land. If you've got land that is not so productive, it's a marvellous way of increasing your income.
Randy, are you ready?
Yeah. Permission to board.
Push, push, push! Giving up is not an option.
You could just feel the weight away.
Oh my God!
I could see myself here on a beautiful sunny day, doing some mad manus in there.
Let's go!
No special karakia to speed the process.
Make Māori Plus your mate. Download the app today.
No mai hooky mai, and welcome back to second half action here at the Palmerston New Zealand Secondary School Nationals, none other than Paradise North and the Central Energy Trust Arena AA boys pool game. St Ginnigan lead 41-37 for St Thomas. Maya Williamson alongside the Ōtepoti legend Greg Elliott. What have your thoughts been on this matchup so far?
Hey, kia ora, Puerto whānau. Great to be here. I don't know what to expect when I saw St Thomas show up. I knew of Mana Martin, hadn't got to see him play as of yet, and he's really been impressive. Not only Mana Martin, but he's getting really helpful contributions from his team. Rewa Simons in particular. However, the first real look at St Kitts for me as well. And the Taratna brothers, Kupa Lepo, as they're coming off a couple of big scoring days yesterday, Taratna and Lepo in particular. You know, we've got a 41-37 game. St Kitts faced a bit of adversity earlier. We did see 3 back-to-back offensive fouls called, which, Maya, as you alluded to, I don't know if that has been seen or has actually even happened.
I think I have never seen that in my career, I must say. And obviously we spoke about the intention to call those, so it'll be interesting to see. Obviously St Kitts offense used a lot of on-ball screens. They're going to have to be very careful about how they set those and very intentional about making sure they are 100% still, because Dylan Mead ain't letting nothing go.
Hey, and as I say, you've got 5 fouls to work with, but you don't want to give away cheapies. Like, if you're going to foul, you know, I want to see a valuable contribution for that. As Lepo pulls from deep, and it's been, by his standards, a bit of a quiet day at the office so far.
Well, we know his scoring prowess and we know what he can do, but you know, you can't have a good game every game, and maybe today just not having a lot of luck converting his Paketes as they blitz that on ball with Mana Martin and poke the ball away. And here comes St Kitts off to the races at Hunter Tiratna off the Papamuri.
I was wondering at what stage Coach Davis might look to double Mana Martin. Look at that fast break there from St Thomas, and again it's that number 22, Rewa.
Yeah, Rewa been very impressive today, getting nice touches off his left hand, a couple of fadeaways, a couple of kuri whiwhiturus, some nice looks at the tapa.
And St Kitts might have been heavily favoured going into this one, but as I said, it's only a 4-point game, so if St Thomas can stick around here, and I tell you what, if you stick around and get down to the business end of the game, Maya, it can go anyway.
1000%. Greg Elliott. And Mana Martin now to lead the charge. An empty possession for St Kitts. Throwing the messy pass. Kuru Whiwhi Toru. No luck this time around for Rewa. As Cooper to Cooper.
Oh, I like that. Mini Cooper with the ball in hand. Okay.
Like the vehicle.
Thank you, thank you. It's even better when someone needs to explain it.
He's going to have to pull on that one. And some very empty positions, I must say. Cooper Lepo, and exactly what I was expecting. Josh Davis instructing Cooper Lepo to get rid of the ball. He's obviously used to having ball on a string and creating things and having a lot of success. If he's not having that success, he has to move the ball. There's a tough dime there from Mana. Speaking of moving the ball, dropping a dime, a mucker off to his teammate.
Yeah, Leo Swainson there could have gone up, played it safe, went for the ball fake and then finished on the other side of the hoop. Great move there from Leo.
Go screen there, brother to brother. Cooper can't bury that Kuru Whiwhi Toru. Little bit of a tough day at the office from beyond the arc.
Yeah, but they're getting some really good looks. Like, that's a wide open shot. And look, 9 times out of 10, Cooper Taratna will probably make that shot. You see another Paketi from Leo Swainson. And the Swainson brothers, huge contribution so far for St Thomas.
And we're all tied up. Cooper Lepo, Caitlin Clark buries that Kuru Whiwhi Toru. Just as we were saying, they're not having luck. Cooper Lepo says, I'll show you.
I'll tell you what, just because someone's having a bit of a slower day at the office than what they usually might do, you still need to get a hand up.
1000%. As Caleb Clarkson draws the hara, he'll go to the Pai Kuru Tautaku, the first hara of the quarter.
Yeah, Clarkson's been good in this one. Just probing, attacking the tapa. Being rewarded for his efforts. And good to see that one go down. Get things going here in the second half.
Just an update for all other boys basketball fans. The Napier boys lead Westlake 80-74 with 6 minutes to go in the last quarter. So exciting games happening all around, Greg.
Yeah, and in the same pool, I believe, as these two teams. So that result could be interesting to see at the end of the tournament, or end of pool play, I should say.
Hunter Taratna with a nice little floater game, getting his team back out in front. Caleb Clarkson looking to play with his lunge as he gets the nice little left hand off the Papa Moody. That is tough, young man.
We kill a crossover at the top, just getting the defender on the back heel. Meyer, and then cruising through for the left-hand finish. And Taratna, when you crash the boards, you're crashing into everyone.
Oh, Mana with the near and one opportunity. We'll go to that Pai Kuru Tautaku, drawing that hara in transition. 2 haras so far this quarter for St Kitts, none for St Thomas.
Yeah, Hunter Taratna, a bit of a bowling ball there, was down the other end. Has been matching up with Mana Martin, but was caught up in an entanglement under the hoop at the other end. And you said Mana Martin was off to the races at the other end. So let's see how the free throw game is.
Buries that first and buries the second, back out in front.
I love that you just said he's buried, like that was still, I think, almost still in his hand as you said he's buried the first. Like that was confidence central.
I have a lot of faith in Mana Martin as Cooper Lepo gets an easy Kuru Whaka'u. Oh, and what a surprise. We have a moving screen call.
And the irony, as it is a St Thomas of Canterbury team. St Kitts are on the back foot on a few of those, Maya. So, bit of a smile on the face there of a few players in grey.
Well, even more amusing because it's a Kaya Rai that got called for a moving screen, a guard. And, you know, typically we are the ones who don't get called for those. So, an interesting hara and another hara. Back-to-back ones for Caleb Clarkson. Put the moving screen and then that hand spell there. He is on 3, looking as though Joe Hammond is just going to trust him to stay in.
I like this huddle from the boys there in St Thomas. Just let's have a chat about things. We've done some really good things leading up to this, so let's just stick to it.
Kuru Tautaku buried for Kupalapo.
And that is one player they do not want to see get going, and all it really takes sometimes is just to seeing the ball go through the hoop. To use an old Poitikohu analogy there, but it's true. Clarkson again looking to manoeuvre.
Kupa Taratana getting his hands in the mix, and another hara, and that's 3 for him. Not too dangerous, but has to be a bit more careful now. Coach Josh Davis, I'm sure, all over it. Do you know is this his first year coaching or his second?
I believe it's his first. I know Aaron Young used to be in charge of St Kitts. He's now gone on to sign for the Wellington Saints.
Yeah, massive congratulations to ex-St Kennigan coach Aaron Young for his...
Your girl is in charge of St Kitts Wahine.
Yeah, my good friend Darcy Finnegan, and under 15 New Zealand assistant coach, also the director of St Kitts, not director, sorry, just the head coach of the St Kitts Wahine team, who are also here at Secondary School Nationals.
And look who else is here, just pulling up as the new head coach of the Tall Blacks, the Judd Flavel.
Judd Flavel, as he likes to introduce himself to me for whatever reason. And obviously congratulations are in order for the very talented Judd Flavel and his new head coaching role. Very exciting and close to my heart as someone who has spent some time with Judd, and he's done some very cool things in my community. As Mana Martin, who also is a beneficiary of Judd Flavel's work, gets the roll off the tupper.
It was going to be my segue there. Judd probably pulling up to see how the protege, Mana Martin, is going. But hey, look at that scoreboard. We are close, 54-51, one position game.
Caleb Clarkson just a little bit too much on that, and Kupalapo off to the races. It's a tough one to see coming in transition. Looking to have this dance with Makaidi Papuni, and
wow.
Ooh, it's a tough finish.
Wow. He left the hand up there too, and so be it, Kupalapo. We've been waiting. We really have been waiting just to see some of this magic that we've been hearing about. Nice wee move there from Jamie Griffin. Cooper.
Woo! Heat check forces Joe Hammond into a white kicker here. They lead now by 7. Feels as though it's the biggest lead of the game we've seen. And Joe Hammond wants to have a kōrero here. What do you think he's going to say as we see Kupalapo, the definition of a shooter's touch?
I tell you what, he has started to really heat up the microwave Kupalapo. I think, as you said, if you are Joe Hammond, you now, if you didn't know, you need to make sure that we've got eyes on not only sort of the Taratana brothers, but Kupalapo now coming to life. And just with that, so is that lead increasing now for St Kitts. I thought it was a phenomenal timeout. Great time for it for Joe Hammond. And what, you know, as I said, you are quite close with all these Christchurch teams, Maya, and very close with Coach Hammond yourself. Have you got to experience, or do you know something of probably what he might be saying to his troops?
I mean, he's a very much, he inspires a lot of these young men. He's huge on his culture. He took over the St Thomas program a number of years ago and very much changed their culture and yeah, inspired a lot of young men. And he's very big on the whole mental side of things, and you know, kind of inflicting that next play mentality upon these young men and making sure that they can adjust to the situations. And they know, I spoke to him, obviously he had a very talented squad last year with the likes of Louis Gordon and Hugo Gonzalez. The departure of them means a development year for these guys. So lots of learnings to be taken away from situations like this. They weren't even expected to get to nationals, so to be here competing in a pool game is super exciting for them. And yeah, lots of great learnings.
No, I tell you what, St Kitts as well, was a bit of a powerhouse this season. So, you know, to say that about St Thomas, and then to be in a 7-point battle right now with, these guys. It's huge. Full credit to, everyone involved in the St Thomas of Canterbury basketball program.
Ball will stay with St Kitts here. 17 seconds on the shot clock. Ball tipped out of bounds by St Thomas. And an easy seal inside. Cooper Lepo leaning into the kaipari, leaning into the defender. Gets that one up.
One of my favourite St Kitts old boys, Alex McNaught.
Love that guy.
Yeah, McNaughty.
Obviously, they had a heck of a year back in 2020, I believe, or 2019 possibly.
What I do know is he's got a heck of a range of a wardrobe, that's for sure.
Oh,
Some
man.
of his fits for these Breakers games are incredible, from Star Wars to kilts to a bit of everything. So I love that he enjoys it and has fun with it. But yeah, ex-old boy Alex McNaught, St Kitts, one of the greats.
Part of the St Kitts team that won in 2019 here at the Secondary School Nationals. Coached, of course, by Aaron Young, him and Shalom Broughton.
Oh, I love Lom. It's crazy to think that his young sisters, Karis and Shamar, the twins, are now here competing and doing their thing. So, yeah, that Broughton family name. I know you want to... Hey, tell me about what just happened.
Well, it's almost like we've got another moving screen, forcing Cooper Tiratana to take a seat on the bench with his fourth foul. And yeah, it's certainly a focus point for our referees here today.
Well, that's the thing. It gets to the point where maybe one is called, two's called, and but if you're seeing these called, you need to adjust to how the referees are calling the game.
100%. You can argue with the foul call all that you want, but you've got to understand what the referee is saying and how to stop giving away those hutters, and especially for a key player like Cooper Tiratana, you don't want to give away too many of those, right?
Exactly, and what might be rare is an Andrew Horrocks shout of dinner, but what is also rare is seeing a ref change their call, Maya. You won't really see that rescinded.
Just had to throw the Andrew Horrocks. Stingy bastard.
Nah, he's good value. Looking forward to seeing our roommate, our flatmate for the week.
Our flatmate. Just have loved the having you guys in the whare.
Yeah, hey, you've been an absolute trooper dealing with two males after day one. So
yeah, bit of a weird conversation just to tell my boyfriend I was staying in Airbnb with two dudes for a week.
Hey, at least you can say, hey, they're two engaged.
Yeah, I did pull that one.
They're already battlers, and they've done really well to achieve what they have. So as someone else doing very well to achieve is Cooper Lepo at the hoop.
And a good lead now, 62-53, St Kitts. Kind of running away with things a little bit more, but Mana Martin will stamp on that momentum with the pull-up, Jay.
Yeah, maybe Cooper Lepo has adjusted to the tupper here on court 4.
Cooper Lepo attacking, and foul whistled. Who will this be on? Referees have a quick corridor, and we will be whistled against Rewa Simons.
Do get a bit nervous sometimes on those drives, and you drive into traffic and you see sometimes the stutter, and is there going to be any collision of the knees, or the last thing we want to see here, Maya, when you've got the best of the best, any injuries.
Oh, that is the worst, having an injury on tournament. Just nightmarish stuff.
I may have told Caleb at another tournament for myself, pulled a groin in the layup line of game one. Trying to
Not even in the game.
I tried to dunk. We had a really big crowd to start with, and I tried to dunk in the layup line, pulled the groin, had to sit out the rest of the tournament. So advice there, don't try show off.
Humble yourselves completely, young men and women.
Oh, see, that's what we've seen here a few times on these courts where there's multiple games going. There's a whistle, stoppage in play. The whistle wasn't on this court. However, it was enough to throw off. I don't know who it was down there, but we see the turnover now because of it.
Poor Ari Taylor there, just getting a bit confused, shuffling his feet. St Kitts though still leading by 9. Mana Martin dime to Makaidi Papuni, letting it go, just falls short, but fortuitously in the hands of Mana Martin for the offensive tūrapa and the easy kuru whakau.
I tell you what, down the other end of things, my 94-91, that Westlake game we talked about, Westlake bringing it to within 3 with 46 seconds on the clock there. As we see, turnover. And St. Thomas will have the ball and a chance to cut into the lead. It is single digits, and 7 points is easily something that they can get back.
Nice little double screen action at the top there, drawing the hara. That is foul number 5 in the quarter for St. Kinnegans. So Ari Taylor whistled for that hara to Kuru Tautaku's on the way for Caleb Clarkson. And like you said, Greg, in 5-point deficit now, Napier boys with the lead over Westlake. If you are interested in tuning in for more live stream games, unfortunately this court is done after this round, but Greymouth High take on Waimate High in the Single A girls competition, or you can head over to Fly Palmy Arena in court 1. The Hibs boys take on Pikakoe High in the 5:45 round. And the last round of the day, live streamed only on Fly Palmy Arena. Te Waraha College taking on Nai Taiatea. And second free throw missed, 64-58. 2 possessions left in this third quarter. Hunter Tiratatana. Skip pass. Kuru Fifi Toru will dribble out of bounds, and 11 seconds to generate a possession. Oh, Dylan Mead overturns that call.
Yeah, the ball will stay with St. Kitts. Maybe some grey on grey love there from the GJ Gardner referee team.
11 seconds in entirety, so St. Kitts can see out this quarter.
Well, if he had gone up with that, Charlie, I wouldn't have minded it. He was open.
Jamie Griffin, patience. Kuru Fifi Toru off the back, tapa, and that'll do it for the third quarter. So heading into the final quarter of this game, the business end as we've coined it. St. Kittigan 64, St. Thomas 58. Thoughts so far, Greg?
Yeah, one of the things I did speak to you about not too long ago, Maya, was can St. Thomas keep this close? It is a 6-point deficit, so you know that's 2 possessions, couple of stops, and that's huge. That's already a win for St. Thomas. So I think if you're down there and you're Josh Davis, I'm looking to set a double, a triple screen, or whatever I can do to get Cooper Lepo open. You know, they started to extend their lead off the back of some of his big shots and drives to the basket. So you want to see more of that. But hey, I love the way St. Thomas is playing, sharing the ball. Mana Martin, as you can see there, Hunter Taratna, the vocal, and he's got the coaching board out.
He literally walked out there and took it off Josh Davis and said, give me a second. And that's the great leadership that you want to see from someone like Hunter Taratna. That's what makes a great basketball player. Obviously his skill, your X's and O's, they're all there, but the ability to lead a team, draw things on the whiteboard like a coach can, a very impressive feat from Hunter Taratna there.
Well, that's what happens when you go away and you spend that time in that, you said, under 17 World Cup team. You know, you're going to rub shoulders with some of the elite, and not only is that players, but also coaches as well. So yeah, huge for, you know, it's going to be who hits first here, I think. Maya, it's really important for St. Thomas to scratch early, and if they can get a stop, or, you know, St. Kitts goes without for a wee while, it could be interesting here.
Indeed, this is a very slim margin. Again, seen much stranger things happen, Greg, myself, and probably yourself in your basketball time as well.
Stranger Things, the new season can't be too far away. Netflix, come on now.
I have not seen Stranger Things on Netflix.
You haven't seen Lord of the Rings, you haven't seen Stranger Things. I guess that's why you're the complete commentator. You just be studying your notes 24/7.
Bro, ball is life. I'm telling you, I've not seen many movies and I get roasted for this all the time.
Yeah.
But I've just spent too much of my time watching basketball.
No, fair enough. And that's why you're in the position you are.
Ball is life, man.
Ball is life.
And these young boys know it as we get underway in the fourth quarter here at the Basketball New Zealand Secondary School Nationals, Paradise North, putting on a clinic, and so is Mana Martin, who looks for the ISO play, finds Makaidi Papuni, back to Mana Martin.
Harlan King drawing the defensive matchup there with Mana Martin, and time has expired. Turnover, huge win there, a win within the game itself. So well done, Harlan King.
St. Thomas, just Mana Martin and Leo Swainson asking the bench to call out the shot clock as it's winding down. Cooper Lepo, that is so tough.
Oh my God, Cooper Lepo, impressive.
He is a bucket, to say the least. Created
just the smallest bit of space to get a shot up, and a shot up he did. Taratna now too. And this is not what the doctor ordered for St. Thomas.
For sure, a great start coming out of that quarter time. Obviously, Hunter Taratna's little coach moment helped for St. Kennigan's, who've got great stops coming out of that.
Interesting to ask him if he drew that up for Cooper Lepo. If that was that the play?
You got to take credit for that. You got to take credit for that. We'll see that transition play one more time. Just the change of pace there from Hunter Taratna, coming to almost a complete stop, then back on the gas for a tough finish off the Papamuri.
He almost lulled Mana Martin to sleep there and then attacked. Lucky to get a shot there, St. Thomas, before time expired.
Heat check. I thought he was going to pull that, Cooper Lepo, but gets to the rack instead. And one. And all passion there for Cooper Lepo, walked right out of frame with how much passion for the N1.
Geez, if I ever had a finish like that, I would have ran out the gym. Letting everyone know in P Naughty, as we see here, the replay, the tough finish. Mini Cooper.
Yeah, that is a bucket there and a half. Cooper Lepo, you are a true hooper. As we say that, he misses the free throw, but we digress as St. Thomas don't want to leave too many empty possessions out here to start this quarter as they blitz the on ball. Kuru Whiwhitoru short. Makaidi Papuni will snatch that one, and nice little step through, just no luck off the tupper.
Yeah, it's those little ones there that St. Thomas would love to get back.
Cooper Lepo back to the Pai Kuru Tautuku line once again.
How huge is confidence and how huge is momentum? Maya, both of those, being epitomised by Cooper Lepo as the number 5 steps to the line. Rolls in off the tapa, gets a bit of aroha from the rims here, court 4. And we'll have another opportunity here to extend the lead for St. Kentigern's College.
And just rims out on that one, unfortunately. 72-58, 8 minutes to go. Looking pretty comfortable for St. Kentigern's and the boys in grey. As I say that, another great steal. Hunter Taratna!
Nah! That's crazy!
Mana Martin goes for one of his own, but just rims out. Cooper Lepo, this could be icing on the cake!
Oh my gosh, Cooper Lepo!
Whiwhitoru, oh my goodness, what a takeover.
Take a bow. Cooper Lepo, we see on the replay here.
And we just missed it in the frame there, but he put a 3 to his face and kissed it out into the crowd.
And why wouldn't you? All I wanted to do that whole time was Hawaii. Let's go.
Let's go.
And the momentum fully now with St Kitts College. 2 huge plays. St Thomas of Canterbury were right in it, and all it took there was a couple of big kuruwhiwhi toros from none other than Kupulapo and Hunter Taratna with what could be the dunk of the tournament so far. Springy Maya.
Yeah, it's almost like there's a trampoline under these hardwood as he gets up and throws that one down. No doubt that is a BB&Z highlight reel for show.
As someone who likes, or to live above the rim, or live life above the rim, I should say. What was your? Let's see here. What are you giving that, Maya, out of 10?
It deserves a solid 8. Solid 8.
Solid 8. Gee, that's tough.
I mean, a 10 is like a windmill.
Yeah, facts.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're right.
And I'm sure he's got that in the bag. A little bit of a humble performance there from Hunter Taratna. You don't want to miss one of those transition dunks,
Yeah, that's right. There's still plenty of time on the clock. Now, it is great that you've got a big couple of, momentum plays, but the scoreboard is still within reach if you are St Thomas. Don't drop the heads. Great timeout, I thought, by Joe Hammond.
Yeah, for sure. A really great one. Obviously, St Kitts with all the momentum in the world with some flashy plays. So a chance to just regain for these guys. And I believe a foul for Adi Taylor there. Sorry, Harlan King. So a good result coming out of the Waiheke there from Joe Hammond.
Yeah, important to get points on the board here for St Thomas. Big possession. Mana Martin, ball in hand, kicks it to the corner, kicks it again to Riwa. And it's Taratna that comes up with it. Taratna to Taratna.
Oh, brother to brother connection and a massive hara.
A bit of a dial-up connection early with some of these St Kitts players, but that was the Wi-Fi in full effect there from brother to brother. As we see here on the replay, great camera work, tough finish, the hoop and the harm.
And a chance for a 3-point play here for Kupa Taratna. Bang, bang, like it was never missing, and a very much comfortable lead now for St Kitts. Rewa Simons, that being his 4th foul.
And Kupa Taratna too faced a bit of adversity with some foul trouble. Has been able to play through it.
Probably a chance here to take Mana Martin out of the game. Would you agree?
Yeah, I would. It's you don't want to wave the white flag too early. You've got the STC on the front of the uniform. You want to go to the end, but you're right. Rome wasn't built in a day. Not everything on day 2 is going to be life and death. And sometimes you need to save. You don't want to risk anything happening to your big guns, right?
Yeah, 100%. Definitely a lot more basketball to play, and they want to achieve the highest placing they can outside of this pool play. So I definitely think giving Mana Martin a rest will allow for, as I was saying, I thought he was going to throw that one down, Kupa Taratna. Yeah, Kupulapo just giving away that take foul in transition and then giving up an unsportsmanlike a hara mahi marika. I think he must have got some cramp going in there or something.
And as we found out from Stevie Cousins earlier, Kupa Taratna, year 11, so I'd say this time next year, that's going to be a emphatic dunk.
Oh yeah, for sure. I do not doubt that one bit.
Sure, under the tutelage of Josh Davis. Another season under the belt. Another year, the body gets to bigger, better, fitter, stronger.
As Mana Martin will split those unsportsmanlike free throws. Jack Fale will take a seat. Makaidi Papuni being the Tāpui there, the substitute.
Good to see Papuni in the game, see what he can do. As let's see what St Thomas of Canterbury, what's in the bag here. Rewa has been really impressive so far.
Kuru, Fifi, Toru, young man KC in the corner.
Yeah, and he's really answered the call too, Caleb Clarkson. Some really important plays made and tough paquetes. Big screen set here.
Great defense from Mana Martin. Oh, and Dino Swainson just got caught lacking. Turning his head a little too long, and an easy 2 there for St. Kitts.
All it takes is a little bit, just a bit of a ball watch, Meyer, and a lot can happen in a short space of time and you can get caught out.
KC, Caleb Clarkson, oh, almost the N1 opportunity. Will go to the Paikuru Tautuku line. Been very impressed with young KC today.
Yeah, no, that's right. He has, as mentioned, answered the call. Obviously, Mana Martin is the go-to player, but the likes of Caleb Clarkson, Rewa Simons, the Swainson brothers, you know, we've seen some really, really important extra efforts. Everyone's been chipping in. It's been good to see.
Yep, all playing their roles as they should be. Good supporting pieces to the obvious superstar that is Mana Martin. Great offensive two-upper there from Dino Swainson. Knocked out of bounds though, and St. Kitts will have the possession 84-63 with 5.5 minutes to go. Surprising scoreline despite the fact that it's been so close all the way through, but St. Kitts have really taken over in this last quarter.
I was going to touch on that too, Maya. At the end of the third quarter, we had a 6-point ball game, so you know, it was one of those ones was who was going to hit first. We did put that question out there, and it was St. Kitts that's come out swinging, and there he is, the big fella, Kololiku. Did some good things early, got into a couple of foul troubles with the moving screens, but I did see him dive on the ball, put his body on the line, and nice to see he's out there and getting rewarded for putting in the mahi.
Do the mahi, get the treats. And we're going to see 5 Hara Tinanas there for Harlan King. He'll make his way out the ball game.
Yeah, now one thing that really stood out to me for Harlan King was, you know, he was the one that was guarding Mana Martin one-on-one, so Josh Davis, obviously Harlan King, a big part of what they do, and maybe their best, you know, arguably their best defender if that's who they're putting on Mana Martin.
Oh, speaking of the devil, Kuru Whiwhitoru from the corner, tough bucket for Mana, and kind of getting to that tail end now. Where despite that bucket, it's a 20-point deficit. Do you take Mana out?
Yeah, I think once we got to that 20-point... Oh! Ta-da-da-da! Oh, my! Hey,
what?
What have we seen here?
Oh!
Mana Martin! He says 3's more than 2.
Highlight reel, highlight reel, highlight reel. Can we see another highlight reel?
I hope whoever's got the PPNZ social media has got their eye on this game.
Holy guacamole. The word's just taken right out of our mouths. Surely we can run it back with that Hunter Tirana dunk. Oh my.
And he came off that and the seas parted, his eyes lit up. Hunter Tiratna, I tell you what, between him and Cooper in this fourth quarter, some big plays being made.
And just doing it with a poker face as well. He looks like he just does that in his sleep.
You're exactly right. Sort of two different personalities, isn't it? You know, Cooper Lepo, very animated, letting the people know. And Hunter Tiratna, you out of your seat, I was out of my seat. And just cool, calm, collected. That's what I'm meant to do. That's what I do.
Do it again. Do it again. That'll do. You know, that'll do.
You
That'll
saw
do.
the gather. He wanted to.
Look, if he went back-to-back putting it on someone's head, I would just about take my headset off.
Yeah, it's... Oh, as we see, Mana Martin just off to the side. But you're right, he's still out there, Maya. And even, you know, your starters for St. Kitts, do they still need to be out there? As we see a lovely move from Jamie Griffin. Are you looking to empty the bench?
Yeah, I've been looking to empty the bench, especially at this point in the game. It's 92-69, 3.5 minutes to go. St. Ken's have well and truly won this game. And you want to give your other guys a run for their money, but really save your guys who are going to play some big minutes. As Hunter Tiratna, a lot of contact, drops the dime off to Kolo Liku. Back out to Tiratna. Kuru Whawhitoru, no good.
But please, the listeners out there, St Thomas of Canterbury College has done you proud. This was a 6-point game at 3/4 time and a great take. They're not lying down. They continue to fight. Very easy to, you know, the chin to go down and not necessarily pout, but, you know, just ease off a bit. These lads, St Thomas of Canterbury, a lot of pride. And we see Mana Martin to be rewarded by going to the stripe.
Just misses that. Kuru Tautuku there. Looks like he'll get another opportunity. And Hunter Tiratna will take a seat. So, like we predicted, emptying out their bench a little bit. No signs of a sub for Mana Martin. Rattles that one home.
He's now crossed into that 3-minute threshold. Great defense played there. Leading to fast break opportunity. And Leo Swainson taking it aggressive. Foul, it looks to be on Jamie Griffin. Nothing easy, Maya.
Never anything easy. Leo Swainson cannot connect. Obviously, this is our last game on Court 4 broadcast. If you want to see more basketball action, head over to Court 3 after this. Greymouth High take on Waimate High in a single A girls game. Or Hibs men take on Pukekohe High in the Fly Palmy Arena.
Where will you be commentating, Maya?
Nowhere.
Oh, is that you and I are done?
We're departing the commentary box for the day. Early finish for us.
How good. You've definitely earned whatever it is that you have for dinner tonight, the kai that's coming your way.
As do you, Greg Elliott.
As timeout called.
Waiheke here from Josh Davis. An interesting one, given the lead that he has, 92-75. What do you think his kōrero is here?
I hope the Waiheke that has been called is for the sole purpose of completely unloading the bench, giving everyone a chance to get in on the action. You know, as I said, the last thing you want is any one of your team to get injured, but, you know, in particular, it is your starters that if they've done an amazing job to get you an insurmountable lead, you know, let them, as like you and I might, give them an earlier night off. You know, that's appreciated, even though the body's young and it'll recover, and, you know, they'll be able to do it all again tomorrow. It's one of those ones where, hey, coach, I've done enough. I wouldn't mind just coming out.
I've done enough, Mahi. Please let me go.
Or you can flip it and go, I want to support my teammates.
Hunter Tiratna actually will find himself back on the floor alongside Cooper Tiratna. I guess just occupying Mana Martin as well, who is yet to come out of the ball game.
Maybe the Tiratna whānau are tuning in. They want to enjoy the screen time St Ken's is enjoying and putting on an absolute show. The Tiratna brothers, as KC picks up. Tough week, but a body contact foul, and that is 4 on him.
Cooper Tiratna to the Paikuri Tautuku line.
Good from Mana Martin there, just getting all the boys together. Bit of a huddle, just, hey fellas, we've got 2 minutes to go. Let's see this through.
Obviously, Mana Martin, part of that New Zealand Under-17 World Cup team, so some expertise in his wheelhouse, ability to lead when he comes back to his school.
Well, my thing here, Maya, would be was to let's try and keep these guys under 100.
Yeah, 100%. That's a great goal.
Yeah, sometimes you need, if you can't win the game, you need to find other goals within the game to keep the boys focused. You know, 2 minutes, a lot can happen, so let's keep them under 100 points.
Rebounding, Hara going to go against St. Thomas. Dylan Mead ensuring nothing is let go. And to Kuru Tautoku for St. Kitts.
And that's the 5th foul. And that'll see Rewa Simons, his night is done. And I tell you what, he played a great game. Rewa, don't look too forlorn, my friend. You put in a solid performance. Great contributions from you.
And the Kuru Tautoku buried from Ruben Spooner. Good to see the young dudes getting a little spin.
Yeah, that's right. That's what we love to see. You know, if you do get put in a bit of a predicament, it's quite good to see, or give the younger guys an opportunity and see, hey, you know, the guys that, you know, year 11, you thought that have the opportunity to come back next year. Just get some experience.
Couldn't agree more, Craig. Hunter Taratna. Oh, nice dime. Extra pass.
Not 1,000% though.
I just wanted to switch out my vocabulary a little bit. I'm getting sick of myself saying 1,000%. I had to listen to myself all day. It can be tough sometimes. KC, speaking of tough, great offensive toot-upper there. Leo Swainson claiming that one. Hunter Taratna will make his way back to the bench. Kulo Liku back in. See if he can not get himself whistled for a moving screen as Mana Martin, with a minute 34 to go, will take his first and only break of today's ball game.
Yeah, Ryan Dugan in the 15 singlet. Coming in, getting a big ovation from his teammates. Might be one of those younger players that doesn't usually get an opportunity, but now getting a chance to shine.
Ball going straight through the hands of Ari Taylor there.
And Cooper Taratna exiting the game. I think you and I are both about to say the exact same thing.
I should have kept going, see how far we could have taken that.
I would have taken the jinx, the double McChickens on you. However...
Oh, you know, you're the only one who wants McDonald's for tea tonight, just so you know. I chose health.
Are you cooking?
Not for you.
There's 1 minute 26 on the clock, and ball in the hands of Sir Thomas of Canterbury. And it's good, we've got the number 30 up there, Nathaniel Nganaban.
Hands all in the cookie jar there for Ari Taylor. He is shocked at the fact, but probably fair enough. He did have two hands down.
Yeah, Tiaki Smith and also Jackson McIntyre out there getting amongst things. You know, surely now that he's made a free throw, it might get him a name on the back of the singlet.
Oh, I don't know about that just yet, Greg. I don't know how you earn your stripes to do that, but...
Yeah, just wondering what it takes to get a name singlet here at St Thomas of Canterbury. And it's really been a great performance from both sides. What's really separated the two is the fourth quarter. Hunter Taratna and Cooper Lepo really said enough's enough, and we're able to kick on from what was a 6-point game, and there we see the big 15. Oh, we've got, geez, royalty in the building. The oldest, what would you say, the oldest university student I've seen, Auntie Aaron Bailey Knoll. Good to see him. I absolutely lost my plot there, having my shoulder almost ripped off. I didn't know who it was. Yeah, good to see Auntie in the building.
Yeah, Auntie was playing for the University of Waikato, is that right?
That's correct, yeah.
At the tertiary games, got to commentate a couple of his games, and pretty crack up to see, yeah, someone who is a NBL vet playing in the tertiary game with a whole bunch of 20-year-old dudes.
Yeah, he's definitely an adult student. It was very surprising to see, but hey, just because you get a bit older, the brain still ticks over, and good to see him looking to, educate and see what the University of Waikato has on offer.
I believe he's studying teaching, is that correct?
I'm not too sure.
You don't know. Bad friend.
I'll tell you what, if he's teaching, you better be listening because you're going to be...
1,000%.
Yeah, 1,000%.
Kuru, Fifi, Toru. Oh, step back, Bobby Jack. Oh, young man. Ruben Spooner. Taking advantage of his court time, very hot. And last position here for St. Thomas. They will see this one out. And that was all she wrote for... Okay, McCarty. Didn't realize he was going to keep going. That was all she wrote for this boys' AA pool game. St. Kentigern with a 103-78 win over St. Thomas. Been an absolute ball game, and what a pleasure it's been to commentate on Court 4 here at the Palmerston New Zealand Secondary School Nationals. We are all done for the live stream for today, but make sure you tune in back again at 9 a.m. tomorrow morning. Ka kite and have a great night.
Projects, we create better outcomes because we never make any assumptions. Like this sports facility. The client sent out their brief. And when it came to the 4 submissions, we impressed the client with a proposal that went over and above. Because we'd done things differently. We'd pulled together a team of experts, looked around the world for inspiration, and exceeded the client brief. We even brought it in on budget by reducing fees and prioritising function over form. At Apollo, we're more innovative, create specialist project teams, deliver on our promises, and build to the budget. Apollo Projects. No assumptions, better outcomes.
This is a solid region, I reckon.
They're the OGs.
It's a banger.
Make Māori Plus your mate. Download the app today.
I'm Trevor Johnson, and I'm a sheep and beef farmer from the Forgotten World Highway. Some of the country we bought was quite steep and difficult. We have pushed those blocks to pine trees. 1,000 hectares into forest and 7,000 hectares will stay in grazing. To me, it's just the best use of land. If you've got land that is not so productive, it's a marvellous way of increasing your income.
This isn't an ad about four-wheel drives. It's about knowing the place, as well as the locals.
You found the place. That's a good start. Built by my great-grandfather 20 years ago.
Kia ora, Lauren Hiblay here from the Tall Ferns. We're out here in Flaxmere Park in Hawke's Bay. We just opened up this new basketball court for hoops and parks. It's really cool to provide the tamariki with somewhere to go, somewhere to be physically active, play a bit of basketball with their friends. Good asset to the community, especially for those young ones who want to get amongst basketball. So yeah, it's really cool to see us open this new facility in this park that is just beautiful in Hawke's Bay.
Para Cameron here. Just want to talk a little bit about the Hoops in Parks and the Hoops in Schools program. It's been amazing. The return on investment is priceless. The accessibility for all the kids in the Tamariki to get in here and enjoy themselves, especially through these trying times, been amazing. And just to get outside, you know, it's pretty awesome walking outside and seeing this kind of ballpark available. It's great, especially in these times.
Kia ora whanau, Peliri Oli here, Councillor for Fly Palmy Ward, Hastings District Council. I'm here to support the initiative today, Hoops and Parks. Very, very amazing result, and it's encouraging our people to come and spend time here, and especially together with the youth. I encourage other councils to jump on board. Yeah.
Kia ora wāre whiatu. Really enjoyed it here at the Fly Palmy courts, and looking forward to play again.
We've been waiting for the courts to open for a while now. Now that they're up, I'm glad that they're here for an activity after school.
I like that the courts are purple.
What I like about the court is that it's different to many other courts in Fly Palmy.
I like these courts because they're in a good position from if you want to go to the park or come here. And I like it because it's easy to bounce the ball and take easy shots.
My name's Ricky Lee. Shout out to everyone that made these courts happen, and yeah, me next.
Randy, are you ready?
Yeah. Permission to board.
Push, push, push.
Giving up is not an option.
You could just feel the weight away.
Oh my God! I could see myself here on a beautiful sunny day, doing some mad manus in there. Let's go!
No special karakia to speed the process.
Make Māori Plus your mate. Download the app today.
This is an opportunity that we can't pass up.